Hello, welcome, come one, come all for the Blitz with AZ and Fitz, Week 16 edition. We got a big show in store for you, huge show, lots of topics to cover. We actually had to kind of slim it down a little bit because it was getting too heavy of a show. I mean, we've been going 3 hours. If we covered everything I probably wanted to cover this week, it'd probably be a 4-hour show. But we're going to try and slim it down a little bit. But before we get too crazy with things, I wanted to say Merry Christmas to everybody, because once we get into these topics, I'm about to lose my mind. I might have to pop off a little bit this week. And I did want to make a quick shout out. Somebody gave me this mug, this Mickey Mouse mug, so beautiful. It's from somebody at my wife's work. It's crazy. I was so generous. Why would they even think of me? Shout out to Lynn for that. So grateful for that, and it's been a fun Christmas season so far. But how have things been going with you, AZ?
The life of a Colts fan, the year's pretty much over for us. I'm just ready for next year at this point. But, I'm in my Christmas spirit. I got my sweater on, my Rugrats, 90s kid sweater, ugly sweater for the season. I still got my Colts hat, wearing it proudly. I'm kind of hiding the logo, wearing it to the back. But we'll be all right, man. We'll talk about it a little bit maybe. But, I'm ready for the holidays. Kind of bittersweet because I like to build up to Christmas, and then once it's over, the year is pretty much over, and
the build up's always the best part, I feel like. But that sweater is pretty sweet. Very nostalgic. So I guess we could hop right into things. No more stalling, because this game is huge. We got to talk about this. First game up is Rams versus Seahawks. I'm hesitant to even let you get your spiel out of the way. I'm hesitant to even allow you to do that because I'm worried. But I'm going to let you go. And if I have to interrupt, that just may be what happens. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yes, go because
okay.
I don't want to leave you hanging if I pop off.
All right. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. All right. Well, Rams lost this last week, and I know it was real tough on you, real tough the whole game. You're talking about we suck, we're frauds, season's over for us, one and done in the playoffs. I was like, damn, man, like it's just one game. You're bound to lose one. You kind of want to get that loss out the way now. Then in January, February, that's just me. But the Seahawks were down 14 points in the fourth quarter, and
it was 16.
Was it 16?
Because they had to get the two-pointers.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah,
they got the third in overtime to win it.
Dang, just making it worse.
Yeah.
I mean, the game pretty much changed when that punt return happened. Because, I don't know, Sam Darnold was kind of a little iffy. And then as soon as that punt return happens, you can feel the momentum change. The fans come alive. They get that hope they were looking for from that punt return. And then next thing you know, Rams go 5 straight punts.
Four straight punts and a missed field goal.
Yeah, so they were basically they basically kind of gave the game away. And then they come over to, props to Sam Darnold. He did clutch up, and still, even though that punt return did help him, he did do his part in driving them down the field. And the controversial call on the 2-point, I was like kind of like, okay, like it didn't really make sense, but they gave it to him. Once I saw that 2-point conversion basically ruled 2 points and good, I was like, yeah,
that play was crazy to me. That was insane. I'd never seen anything like that in my entire time of watching football, where you're already lined up and they go back and some guy's casually picking up the ball, like here, handing it to the ref. He didn't even make a play. It's not like a heads-up play he made. He just picked up the ball, and his leg happened to be in the end zone. The ball was in the end zone, and it was like, wait a minute. This might have actually been a successful 2-point conversion. It's like, oh, my God. But, go ahead.
Yeah. So I've never seen that before either. I thought that was just bizarre. But once I saw that, I was like, okay, yeah, the Rams are about to lose. I mean, Puka went off, credit to him. I mean, he did go off, and he had himself a big game. Cooper Kupp, I know he's a former Rams. He had some clutch catch right there near the end of the game to kind of help him. And then Sam Darnold clutched up, took him down the field. It was kind of ballsy. I thought they were going to play for the tie. I'm not going to lie. I was like, okay, they're probably just going to tie the game up.
They couldn't, because if they tied the Rams would hold the tiebreaker, and they'd still be the 1 seed. They had to go for the win.
I felt like, well,
yeah.
you know how I feel. Like I'd rather tie than lose, but you know, credit to them. They converted that 2 point. Sam Darnold, found the wide open guy, and the game was over.
But in this situation, you have to go for the win because if you tie, it's effectively the same as a loss. Mathematically, the way the seeding shakes out, it would have been exact same as a loss.
Just not on the record books, but in terms of seeding, I got you.
You had to.
But yeah, man. I mean, Sam Darnold, he threw 2 picks, and he bounced. Remember, I said last week he's probably going to give you 2 picks, right? I did say that. I did say that he was going to give the ball away. He did, but credit to him, he didn't let that basically ruin the game for him. He still kept going, trying, and credit to him, he kind of showed a little something. I still have my doubts with him because he does turn the ball over a lot in prime time. He did have 2 picks, so I'm not going to act like he had a perfect game, but a little bit of help from him and the special teams. Which, speaking of special teams, how do you feel about you guys firing your special teams coach?
I don't care. I don't care. I don't think it's going to move us one way or the other.
Yeah, because I would say he did have the special teams blunders against Philly as well with the blocked field goals. But I mean, I don't know if you can really blame the coach on that. That's just like
we need to execute. Our players, special teamers, they know what the fuck they need to do. They know what they need to do. It's not that complicated on special teams to tackle a punt returner or to kick a field goal. That's what you practice all season. It's not like oh, he's not teaching our guys to onside kick it right, or like he's not teaching our kicker where to place it in the wind. It's not one of these situations. Just our guys, they're not executing right.
Yeah, so now the Seahawks have the number 1 seed. I don't know how long that's going to last because the 49ers, man, they look really good last night. So we'll see how long the Seahawks last at the top. Rams, what are you guys, a 5th seed now? Barely in the playoffs now? Dang. That's crazy. How you can go from I'm speaking from experience, how you can go from up here, top of the top. Well, you're not at the bottom, but you're like right here in the mid. You're kind of mid right now, mid-range, seeding. But I'm sure
we'd have to go on the road every playoff game likely, unless some Cinderella whatever happens from an 8th, 7th seed or whatever.
But with that being said, man, I still feel like the Rams are the better team.
No, I can't let you do this now.
I feel like the Rams are still a better team. If the Seahawks and Rams play again in the playoffs, I like the Rams.
No, I can't let you do that. Can't let you do that. It's my turn. Now it's my turn.
I got to be the Rams fan today. All right, go ahead. Let me see how you feel.
All right, so this was a disaster. This was a debacle. Probably the most embarrassed I've ever been to be a Rams fan for a regular season. Now, it's hard to compare it to playoffs, okay? Because playoffs, the finality of it, it's so shocking. It's so raw. You think about that game all year, all offseason long. What could have went different? Each and every play you run over in your head, and you're like, man, if we just did this one play differently, if we had just had this one play back, that could have been ours. We could have went on to win the Super Bowl, play Washington in the NFC Championship, and then against the Chiefs, who knows? They got stomped by Philly. There's no reason why the Rams couldn't have won that game. That's the sort of mentality you run through all offseason when it's a playoff game. But in terms of regular season, I have not experienced one with the sort of heartbreaking finality to it that this one is. I've never been so embarrassed of a regular season loss and so affected by a regular season loss as I have this one. Do you know that Seattle has had 7 turnovers in the 2 games we've played them? We have had 1, so they are -6 in turnovers, and they really should have probably swept us. Seattle, if they play us, if we get the opportunity, we could be one and done in the playoffs. I'm not really sure. But if we get the opportunity to play Seattle again, they could easily be 21 to 28 points better than us if they play a clean game. If Sam Darnold can get it cleaned up and they don't fumble a ball, do something stupid, they could easily be 21 to 3 or 4 scores better than us. We're trash, dude. Our defense has been exposed. Every game from here on is going to be a shootout. We're going to have to outscore everybody, and our team folds in the 4th quarter.
You talking about the defense that picked off Sam Darnold 6 times?
Who cares? Who cares? Okay. Look at their track record. Past 4 games. Let's set aside the Arizona game because Arizona's a bottom feeder. They're in disarray. They're just a terrible organization. Okay. And their starter they started the season with is out, the quarterback. So let's set aside them. Carolina scored 31. Detroit scored 34. Seattle scored 38. That's what our defense is. I don't care what top 5 defense. These are the 2 teams with the top 5 offense, top 5 defense. No, we're like a bottom 2. Us and the Cowboys, maybe. I'm serious. This defense has been flat out exposed. We have all these guys that can apparently pass rush. Yeah, they can't. We have no pass rush. We're struggling even to stop the run lately. Like, teams that can be in high leverage moments, they can run against us. I mean, I watched San Fran last night. That team's going to kill us if we play them. They are just going to run us off the field, blow the doors off our team. We're pathetic. Stafford threw for he kept his MVP case kind of online despite the loss. I mean, not having
he had a clean game.
Yeah, not having the 1 seed, winning your division really hurts his case, I think. Drake May is going to be in the conversation for that very reason, possibly Josh, I'm not sure, although he had kind of a midweek. So I expect Stafford to probably have a good couple of games left in him for the rest of the season just to get that 1 seed, or not 1 seed, the MVP. Try to secure that. But I have a little bit of a hot take about this game, to be quite honest with you, man. And I cannot save it. I cannot save it for the hot take segment because it's too big.
Let it out. Yeah, let it out.
It pertains to this game. The Rams should sit their starters the next 2 weeks.
For what? What is the reasoning behind that? You just want to kind of.
I want them to be angry. I want them. I want them to be starving. I want this to be the last feeling that they felt going into the playoffs, and I want them to go on the road and play the hardest. I want them to get the 7th seed. And I want them to go on the road every game, and I want them to play the highest degree of difficulty schedule because you lost your manhood in this game. They put your balls in a vice grip. This was embarrassing. The only way you can earn your manhood back is to play the hardest teams in the NFC and win the Super Bowl. And if you don't do that, you'll never get the stink of this loss off of you. This was a debacle. This was the biggest blown opportunity I've ever seen from this team in the regular season. This was embarrassing. McVay stops playing offense in the entire fourth quarter, basically. It's unbelievable. He plays like he's up. When you're up by 16, that's okay to bottle it up and play conservative if you have 3.5, maybe 4 minutes left in the game.
Yeah,
not 12. Yeah, there's still Seattle still has 4 or 5 possessions left. That's so easy for them to get back in the game. And McVay looked like he depleted his bag of tricks. He had nothing left for him. Stafford, when he finally did have an opportunity to pass in those 4 punt drives, it was like, okay, you're airmailing guys. I think he was worried to throw a pick. Him and McVay, they're both the same. They lock it up in these situations. They think about it the same way. They play the same way. They kind of seize up. They play not to lose, not to win the game. When you have 12 minutes left in the game, run your offense. Puka was balling out. Stafford was balling out up to that point. Just play like it's a tie game. Continue playing football. Don't run, pass. That's so predictable, dude. It's so predictable. And you have 2 choices in these situations. If you're really going to lock it up like that, which I disagree with, you shouldn't do that. You're basically begging the opponent to come back in the game. How many times have we seen that in football? That's why point spreads aren't 3 scores big in Vegas. They're not 3 or 4 scores big between, let's say the Rams play the Cardinals. It's going to be like a 10-point spread or something tops, because teams lock it up in the 4th when they have a big lead, and the other team gets a bunch of garbage time, because that's how the spreads are determined, oftentimes at the end of games. And the Rams are terrible about how they manage these situations. McVay's like, we got to look at how we do this moving forward. I doubt he's going to change much. He is who he is. At this point, he's been doing this shit so long, and people have been asking him about this for so long. Like, man, you're really letting teams come back in games, and you've had a couple of teams that came back and beat you. Why are you doing this? And he's like, well, we're going to take a look at it and evaluate everything, and never does. And Stafford, when he had opportunities to pass, when you do run, pass, he had opportunities. He threw incompletions. So that's the least ideal way to do it. You have 2 options. You have to just run, and hope they don't score, put the hands in the game of your defense, waste as much time as possible, or you play your offense. You do what the defense doesn't expect you to do, play action pass on first down. Yeah, it could be incomplete. Yeah, you could stop the clock and give the ball back to him. So what? Then it's still a ball game. You still have the lead. You still just play it out. Play your offense. And your run game, let's be honest, the Rams' run game looks great when everything's on schedule. But they're the kind of team, they're not like San Francisco. They're the kind of team that has to run the ball, or has to be able to pass to run it. They need the threat of the pass. They need the threat of the play action. They need the threat of jet sweeps and screens. They need all these other threats to make the defenses, like, oh, shit, this could be, okay, what's this play going to be? They all look the same to the defense. That's what's so good about Sean McVay's play design and play calling ordinarily. But, yeah, this team can't run it just on its own. Not against Seattle. That's San Francisco's deal. I've seen that team play way too many games to know they can run it no matter what. You could sell out to stop the run, and they'll still, when they're fully online, they'll still run it for like 7-8 yards a clip. And that's why I think right now the San Francisco best team. Spoiler alert: they're the best team in the NFC.
They might be. I mean, they've been looking real good. I'll be the voice of reasoning for you today, man. I know you're really hurt about the loss, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your team lost, but I still think they're the favorites to come out the NFC. The only team I would say you want to avoid in the playoffs would be the 49ers. But if you could play Philly, the winner of the NFC South, where it's Buccaneers or Panthers, who knows yet? It's still real close. I think you'll be fine. I think
we can lose to Carolina again. They've already beaten us once. I think we can lose to them again.
I think you'll beat them in the playoffs, man. You guys are an experienced team. They're a young team just coming up. If you play maybe the Packers or the Bears, whoever comes out the North, I think you'll beat pretty much anyone in the NFC except for maybe the 49ers. I think you could beat the Seahawks again, man. You beat them once.
No, they're way better. If they clean up their turnovers, that's a big if, I know. But if they clean up their turnovers, these games aren't close. They're a top tier team. We're not.
Yeah, like
we're a dark horse.
Up almost 40 points on them too, man. Like you guys were moving the ball just as well as they were in overtime.
But once they figured us out, I think punt.
Who do you trust better, Sean McVay or whoever the Seahawks? I don't remember the Seahawks coach's name, but whoever they have as coach.
I don't trust McVay right now. Why would I trust McVay?
It's a little argument. You guys are not seeing eye to eye right now. When you get in a relationship, you get in a little argument. You might be mad at each other for a little bit, but then you realize you love that person.
I'm always gonna love they're the Rams. They have the horn on the side of the helmet. I'm there. But
who do you guys play next week again?
We got Atlanta and Arizona.
All right, easy game. So when you guys beat,
I'm not even convinced we'll win out.
Oh my god. Well, I'm very convinced that you guys are gonna be putting belt to ass to the Falcons and to the Cardinals. So when you guys win those two games and you come in here with your cigar and your shade talking about.
I'm not going to be happy about boat racing those two teams. Okay. Why would I be happy about that? That's embarrassing,
man. Build your confidence back.
No,
you got to.
We don't deserve that. We don't even deserve to boat race and ride high going to the playoffs. Oh, look at us. We just won 42-10.
All right,
no one cares.
What if the Seahawks lose out and you guys end up back at the 1 seed? And everybody got to come to LA to play you.
If it wouldn't be a matter of them losing out. The 49ers would get the 1 seed. 49ers, I think, would at very least have to drop the next game against the Bears and then beat Seattle in the following week.
They could. Those are both very tough games for the 49ers.
And I'm not even sure if that's enough. I think then the Bears might actually have to lose week 7 or 18. Well, the mathematics are crazy.
Yeah,
we're not getting the 1.
Let's just pretend for just a little bit. Pretend with me. Use your imagination. If the Rams finish the 1 seed, they get that first week bye in the playoffs. Then you got to come to LA, which I don't know if that's really a home field advantage because LA is, like you said, it's a very diverse fan base city.
Well, we do play well in that dome, though.
Okay, well, you play well so far. Yeah, so they got to come see you. It's in your home turf. You don't like your odds in the playoffs if you finish the 1 seed?
Well, we really did need the 1 seed, I think, in order to make a run because then we'd have the softest schedule going in. We'd get the first round bye and we'd get the soft schedule. We'd be able to rest guys like Devontae, rest old guys like Stafford, the offensive line. They'll all be gassed up. We'd get to game plan, take a look at all the first week playoff games and say, okay, boom, 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 boom. We know what to do. But now, no, this bracket's too tough. Seattle's better than us. San Fran's better than us. I think all the teams might be better than us.
The only team I could...
maybe the Bears and the I don't know.
No, man, relax. I still think you guys are probably the top favorites. At least from my perspective, the only team I could say might be better than y'all right now is probably the 49ers because they look like what you guys look like from week 1 to 15. But, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah, they're crazy. That guy that hasn't punted since November, that's crazy.
That is kind of...
They are insane, right? And they're hitting their peak. They're
Yeah,
playing
they're in their
good at
peak.
the right time of the season. Yeah, the 49ers probably going to end up representing the NFC. It's such a disappointment because nobody wants to see them in the Super Bowl again.
Oh, I wouldn't mind seeing Kyle Shanahan finally get that damn ring. Now that Mahomes ain't there to stop him,
Yeah,
it's
screw
inevitable.
the.
At
I
this
hate the
point.
40. Screw the 49ers.
Well, with that said, man, I still like the Rams. I still like their chances coming out the NFC. I still think they're top 2 team between them and the 49ers. It's interchangeable, honestly. I don't see the Seahawks. Sam Darnold, he turns the ball over way too much, and in the playoffs, turnovers cost twice as much. So if he turns the ball over in the playoffs, I like your guys' chances.
Imagine that team plays a clean game, though. Imagine instead of throwing a pick, they just punt on those drives.
I have a better chance of getting with Ice Spice than Sam Darnold having a clean game, but against the Rams. But those are very unlikely things to happen. But imagine we could imagine, but I'm not going to waste my imagination on something that I know for sure ain't going to happen. So I'm gonna be here to say, man, it's gonna be all right. I put my hand on your shoulder. It's gonna be all right. You guys will bounce back these next 2 weeks. You guys will start feeling yourselves coming to playoff.
Back. Yeah, I don't even want to see them win against. That's embarrassing, dude.
And I hope you guys get the Seahawks in the first game. I don't know how that'll happen, but I hope it does. Probably won't. But
we won't get Seahawks first game.
All right. Well, I hope you get them in the championship game and you guys put Bill to ass.
Yeah, it won't happen. They're better than us. They're just a championship game. Like we're gonna make it there, because then we'd probably end up having to go through the 49ers in the divisional, and we'll lose that. And if by some the football gods grant it to us because they fumble like 6 times, and they miss a 2-point conversion at the end of the game or something, because the game will still be close even if they fumble 6 times. Yeah, we're definitely losing against the Seahawks.
You guys aren't losing. I don't think you guys are losing the Seahawks again if you guys see them. But if you see them again, I like your chances. I'm not even a Rams fan, man. I'm out here doing your job. That's crazy.
They're sad, right? This is sorry, dude. This was.
You want to talk about sad and sorry and pathetic, man? I don't think you should. You don't know what I've been these last.
Phillip Rivers is fun though, man. He fought.
Yeah, it's fun losing. Yeah, man. It's I'm numb to the pain now. It's just like, well, at least I'm getting my nostalgia fixing, watching Rivers play quarterback.
You played a team that's like, just like
on a whole
monster.
nother level.
Yeah,
I feel like if we played any other team yesterday, not to get off topic, we probably would have won that game. But we happen to have to play the fucking 49ers.
Probably the best team in the league, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe they're looking like it right now. I'm not gonna lie, they look real good yesterday.
Yeah, they're that's a juggernaut right now. And I don't think they're going to be stopped.
Your Rams will be all right, man. They're going to be all right. They're going to buck to the next 2 games, get right through them, ram right through them, no pun intended, and we'll be in the playoffs. You'll probably be in the championship game. You might lose there, but at least you'll win 1 playoff. I say you win 1 playoff game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's our ceiling. That's what I say our ceiling is, too, a divisional. If we play good in the playoffs, we'll lose in the divisional.
No,
we're basically exactly what we were last year.
No, I
like
didn't
this
say
dark
that.
horse, kind of like, they could make things interesting if the other team kind of fumbles the ball and the ball bounces their way. They could really maybe make the conference. You never know.
If you play Philly in the playoffs, I think you'll be Philly. I think you'll be anyone coming out the NFC North. Like I said, the only team I say you'll probably lose to will be the 49ers, which if you happen to play them, it might be in the championship game. And it'll probably be a close game. It could go either way. I could see.
Well, the problem, the Achilles heel the 49ers have is
nothing.
Well, they do have one. Every team has a flaw. Every team. Ours are. Well, we have a lot of them on defense right now. But the 49ers don't have a great pass rush.
No,
they Rivers was like, he can't move. He's by definition. Like when he tried to roll out of the pocket, Troy Aikman laughed. It was like that hurt me to watch, like pretty much. And the 49ers, he was still slinging the ball. Like he had time.
Yeah, he looked real good in the first couple quarters. And
49ers can't really pass rush, and if you can't pass rush against Stafford, he will put up points. But Brock Purdy in that offense, they can
match fire with fire.
Yeah, not only that, but they can actually win the game when they get conservative.
Jesus.
Like when they bottle up and get tight and need to run the ball to end the game, they can crunch first down. They could just kneel on it. They'll lean on you. That's how they are. They're good. They're actually good.
You're being pessimistic.
No, I'm not. This was.
I made sure I even looked it up because I knew I was gonna have to use this word again on the show. You're being pessimistic. I think I'm saying it right. I'm pretty sure.
Pessimistic? No.
Pessimistic. God
I'm
damn
being
it.
realistic. I'm a realist, dude.
I'm
This
a
team is
realist too,
sorry.
man.
This team is sorry, dude. This
You,
is
you don't know what sorry team is, man, until you lose like 8 games in a row.
okay.
Anyways.
But I mean, for the contending teams, like this.
Oh,
This
so
was.
you're saying I should be used to sucking? No homo. But you're saying I should be used to
I mean, look at your
trash?
expectations though coming into the year.
What was yours?
You would possibly Super Bowl.
That's still on the table.
I know, but no, it's not.
Oh,
Technically,
come on.
mathematically, yes. Realistically, no. We're not that team. We were the most fraudulent, almost 1 seed since Tennessee in 21. So sad, dude. But we don't deserve the 1 seed.
No, you don't. It's all right though. That comes with a lot of pressure. Let Sam Darnold handle that pressure and see how it crumbles. But like I said, I think you guys are still the top 2 teams in the NFC between you and the 49ers. Who knows?
That's cute.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
We can move it along.
Yeah, we can move it along.
I don't want to, keep you suffering anymore. I know this is a hard topic for you, so.
I mean, kinda not real. I'll call it like it is with this team. We were riding high, but we had signs that there were some flaws there. I just thought maybe offensively we'd just be able to outscore our flaws. But no, we let other teams. It doesn't matter how much we're up. We're just going to let the other team come back in it anyway, and then it'll be like, oh my God, we have to play football again, and the other team has all the momentum, and they'll just win. So
it's gonna be all right.
That's our MO. Next up, we got a very similar kind of game in a sense. We got Packers versus Bears.
Goddamn, script writers really cooked this week. Huh? two games going to overtime. That's crazy.
An onside kick recovery. Can you believe it?
Yeah,
they actually had one in a game that mattered. Like a game where you like it. Actually, it's like, okay, if we get this onside kick, we can win.
8%, I think, was like the recovery rate for the onside kicks with the new rules, like 8%.
Yeah, like 2.
Yeah, something like that. It was like super low. It was under
People
10%.
barely even try them anymore.
What's the point? You got to announce it. I defeat the whole purpose of it. But I mean, Love went down in the game. He had a head injury, so Willis came in. He was doing all right. I thought he was doing his duty as a backup quarterback. He drove the offense down the field. They didn't really let him throw the ball. If you noticed, though, they were doing like a lot of run plays, and he was scrambling a lot. Willis, when he came in, it was a tough, windy game though. So I kind of figured maybe that's why they weren't throwing the ball too much because of the wind. But the Bears team, I mean, Caleb, I give him a lot of shit, for the painted nails and all that. But I think this is coming out year, man. I'm not gonna lie. That one play at the end of the to bring it to overtime, who did he hit? DJ Moore. Was it DJ Moore?
I don't remember who he hit for the final tutty.
But I know he hit DJ Moore for a touchdown. He hit DJ Moore for the winning touchdown down the field. That was a nice throw too. But the touchdown he hit to bring the game to overtime, the guy was wide open in the end zone. He scrambled. He did that backyard magic that he's supposed to be known for. They got the onside kick, and yeah, man, I was surprised that I thought the Packers were gonna hold on to the lead, but credit to the Bears. Ben Johnson might be coach of the year. He really turned the team around. The last time the Bears were good was like 2018 when they had that really good defense with Khalil Mack.
Talking about the double doink year?
Yeah, the year
they were okay that year. They were solid that year.
I guess that was the last time they kind of made the playoffs. Before the NFC Championship or Super Bowl, when they went to the Super Bowl and lost to the
06 was like maybe their last really legit year. I think it was 06, right?
At quarterback, yeah, it was 06. But yeah, I mean, we'll see if Love comes back. I don't know.
He might be out another week.
I would say I don't know how the concussions is like either they come back the next week or they're off. Like Stephon Diggs was out for like damn near half the season with the head injury. It felt like, or not Stephon Diggs, but Trayvon Diggs. My bad. So we'll see if Love comes back. But this was a really good win for the Bears. They showed me a lot. Showed me Caleb Williams is clutch. He showed some clutch genes in there. Giving the team a chance to take it to overtime and then win in overtime. That was a really nice throw. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little goosebumps when he threw.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was like probably the throw of his entire career.
Yeah,
I mean, that throw was amazing.
It was
Because he's
nice.
not that accurate of a passer. So when he throws it downfield, you're thinking, okay, what's this going to be? Oh my God, that's on the that's a dot.
That was a dot.
That was like a 65-yard handoff.
Ben Johnson, man, he really. It's either I don't know who would be coach of the year. It's either gonna be for me Ben Johnson or I don't remember the guy's name in Jacksonville, but it's between them two. I don't know about Mike Vrabel.
I always forget the Jacksonville guy. You don't think Mike Vrabel will be up for it?
I was gonna say I don't know because he did turn the team around, but it's because these guys are like new coaches.
Liam Cohen, Jacksonville.
Yeah, Liam Cohen. I don't know. It's because these guys are like new coaches, you know. So I kind of, Mike Vrabel. I feel like he's already proven. I feel like Tennessee kind of. I don't know why they got rid of him in the first place. I get it. He had a really bad season that 1 year, but still.
But their team was trash, dude.
I would say, yeah, their team was trash. So I don't know what they expected from them, but look at them now. But I don't know. I feel like the potential was there for Mike Vrabel to turn the team around. They already had the quarterback Drake May, and he kind of showed flashes last year. Like with Jacksonville, like Trevor Lawrence for me was like always up and down. Like, is he gonna live up to his, the hype that he came into the draft? Caleb Williams kind of the same thing.
He had skills. No one would deny that.
So I feel like these two coaches really brought the best out of their quarterbacks. I mean, you could say the same about Mike Vrabel, but I don't know, man. I feel like he really elevated Caleb Williams this year because I didn't expect this from them, to be honest.
You mean Ben Johnson elevated Caleb?
Johnson, yeah, Caleb Williams, my bad. Yeah.
I thought they would be better. I thought, he'd cook something up for him. I didn't know they'd be this good either. I didn't know they'd be vying for the 1.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. So, yeah, I mean, it's still a really close division, but I think the Bears probably got it sealed by now. What do you think? There might be a threat, too. I don't know, though. The 49ers and Rams.
I don't know if they're going to get through the gauntlet of Seattle and San Fran.
And Rams. Forgot the Rams.
No. I don't know if they can beat the Rams. That might end up being a bad matchup because, I don't know. That could be
for points. Yeah, I
don't
know.
Well, they can score sometimes, but then other times when they play good, not that our defense is good, they could probably score on us. Now that I think about it, it could probably be a shootout, just like every other team. Yeah, and even if we have a lead, we'll let them back in it. Doesn't matter. So it'll just be like whoever has the ball last.
Yeah, which I like your chances. So.
I don't know. It's a coin flipper, I think, on the Bears matchup. But, it's hard to figure them out a little bit because really winning a game because you recovered the onside is kind of like, okay, you got away with one here. I mean, I don't care how cool the drive and that last throw looked. It really, really, you say that should not have happened. It did. But, can you repeat that? Could you do that again? Are you guys good enough at the onside that you could reliably get that again? Probably not. That's just the fact of the matter. If they tried that again 10 times, they probably don't get it 10 times. The guy got injured on the play. When he was covering the inside, the guy got hurt. What a disaster for the Packers. I mean, they really won that game, despite losing Jordan Love.
Yeah, it was Dobbs that...
Willis?
No, it was Dobbs.
Oh.
I recognize because he has that big super safety helmet.
Are you talking about the Packers quarterback?
No. The Packers receiver that muffed the.
Yeah. Okay, Dobbs muffed it. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Maybe he didn't have that big ass concussed CTE helmet he wears. I don't know, but yeah, he muffed it, and I mean.
And Dobbs had a pretty good game. Otherwise,
he did. He scored. But I was gonna say, I mean, the onside kick, that's a very, very lucky play because, like I said, the odds of getting it now these days is like less than 10%. So if they would have done it 10 times, maybe once they would have got it, if that.
It was that 1 in 10.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it is a game, from the Rams Seahawks game and this game, it's a game of momentum, and you can clearly tell that once you see the other team gain momentum and they're behind. It's kind of almost inevitable that they're going to come back and either tie the game and maybe lose close or even pull out the win, which we saw both teams between the Bears and the Seahawks, take that momentum and run with it.
Yeah, well, good teams, they steal the opponent's soul. Whenever they try to get a momentum, they no. That's what a good team does. And the Rams and the Packers right now probably just aren't very good. compared to the other teams. So, but that last throw was amazing. It was amazing. Great win for the Bears to, what are they now, the 2 seed, kind of trying to stay alive for the 1. We'll see what happens, but they need a little help because Seahawks control their own destiny, and so do the 49ers. As long as they beat the Bears. As long as they beat the Bears.
I still don't get the occasion for the Saturday. I thought the Saturday game was next week. I thought, it was Christmas, on Thursday, and then, we basically go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday with football. But I didn't get the occasion for this just random ass Saturday to play football.
They usually start the Saturday games late in the year. Yeah,
I don't recall. I thought it was always like after Christmas.
It may have been in years past, but they've been pushing them earlier and earlier. I like it. I'll just put the game on, chill and play a video game. Depending on what the teams are, I might get into it or I might not.
Yeah, it was kind of a rough game. This Bears-Packers in the beginning, for like the first 3 quarters pretty much. And then once the Bears started kind of fighting back, and then I really got into it. And then, to
be honest, I was kind of in and out. But there's so many games where it's like you could honestly get away with barely paying attention until the fourth quarter, and then it's like you saw the whole game anyway. Like you pretty much watched the fourth quarter of this. You know what the game is. Like nothing really worth, other than the injury to Love, nothing really worth mentioning that much.
Yeah, it was a rough game because of the wind. I guess the wind was making it hard. It was more like a running game. Like both teams were just trying to run the ball, especially the Packers. Once Love went down, they kind of like told Willis to not really throw the ball too much and just scramble, make plays with your feet, and then just hand it off.
Yeah, who was it? Was it the Bears kicker that was like kicking against the wind and like used the wind to like curve it in? I was like, oh shit, I forget which kicker it was. I was like, oh shit, that was pretty legit.
That was a nice kick.
That is legit. Like that's because the wind could shift at any point, so you really got to trust like this gust is gonna last for the duration. And it did, and that's some good shit right there. These kickers, man, they're nuts.
They're very talented. Yeah, I'll give them that. They got to be, man. All they got to do is kick the damn ball.
We've seen how hard it can be sometimes. Honestly, we have. But with these new K balls, they're getting pretty good. But yeah, we could turn the page, not spend too long on that. Even though it was a great game, we'll admit, but pretty much all of it happened late in the fourth quarter. We have an interesting one, Jags versus Broncos. Did you get a chance to catch up on this game? Because I didn't get to really watch it much live.
Yeah. Basically, this was like, for me, like if the Jaguars are for real, they got to beat the Broncos. And, the Broncos having like one of the best defenses in the league, probably like top 5 defense in the league. Mm-hmm. Trevor Lawrence, man, insane. He's playing really well. He's finally kind of showing why he was the number 1 pick in the draft a couple years ago. Bo Nix did throw a pick trying to convert a 4th down, and Jaguars, man, they might be a problem in the AFC. I don't know if they could beat the Bills.
I think they can. Josh Allen is hot and cold, dude.
If they go to Buffalo, I don't think they can because they're a warm weather team. But they did go to Denver, handle business. But still, I know Sean Payne called them a small market team, the Jaguars, and then I saw the post game locker room footage where the coach kind of threw a little bit of shade, like, "Oh, not bad for a small market team, huh?" But
are the Broncos a big market team? Do you consider them in the New York, Dallas, and LA sort of?
So when we talk big market, are we talking based on the city? Or I take it more as like, their football history or the whatever sports.
So Green Bay is a big market?
I would say so because, they have the Super Bowls. They're a historic franchise. To me, like historic franchises with Super Bowl rings and stuff like, they're a big market team to me.
To me, big market, I think of more the bigger the city location, and the higher the value of the team. Yeah. So a high value team, big city, Rams, that's big market.
Chargers.
The Chargers aren't. They don't own any stake in the stadium.
Oh, Raiders?
Yes. Big market.
Big market team that can't win. See, that's why
Patriots.
Patriots.
Yeah. Eagles.
See,
Giants.
I don't know, man, because I always took it as like the teams that had like historic franchises or teams like with chips.
So Pittsburgh's a big market team?
To me, it is. They're
I
one of
don't
the
know. See, Pittsburgh is a
They have
small
a huge
market.
fan base. For one, they have like one of the biggest fan bases in the NFL. I feel like there's Steeler fans everywhere, like in every state. You can find a Steeler fan. Um, they have the Super Bowls. I think they're still tied with the Patriots for the most Super Bowls in NFL history for a franchise, with 6.
I think you're the big market. You're thinking more of like historic teams,
Yeah, that's how I see them.
like
I don't see them as
grandfathered
city.
in. Like
I mean, the Steelers been. I mean,
they have
they've
deep
always been
roots, you know.
competitive. Yeah, Steelers won Super Bowls in the '70s. They went to a Super Bowl in the '90s. They won one in the 2000s, or 2 in the 2000s, because that last one was in '09. They
And they
won.
went, yeah. Oh, I thought they.
It was
Yeah.
always season, but the Super Bowl happened in '09. That's how I base it off.
Well, they went to one against Green Bay in 2010.
Oh yeah, they did. They did when they played Rodgers. You're right. So to me, they've always been like a big market franchise, because I feel like they have the pedigree.
So big
Cowboys.
market teams are the teams that have the most fans over
Fans,
outside of their state or city.
Yeah, yeah, they have the most fans, the most Super Bowls, or at least Super Bowl. No, I'm not gonna say that Super Bowl appearances, because that don't really matter.
Yeah, it does.
Now for a whole franchise legacy, like this, the Bills won a 4th straight, but they have nothing to show for it. So
Yeah. Well, the Bills are so small market.
yeah, I think it's like Kansas City. I would. Well, no, they went to the Super Bowl like in the '60s. I think they won the Super Bowl 1 or 2 against the Packers and lost. Um, but I feel like they're a bigger market team now with Mahomes and Reed and them getting a couple chips under their belt finally.
They did win one Super Bowl back in the 70s, right? The Chiefs against like the Raiders or something, right?
No, they wouldn't play the Raiders because they're both in the AFC. No.
Oh, yeah. It was against the Vikings, maybe?
The Raiders beat the Vikings in the Super Bowl, but not the Chiefs. The Chiefs lost to the Packers in the Super Bowl. I think it was
Super Bowl
2.
1.
Super Bowl 1 or 2, yeah. Didn't they go back to back Super Bowls? It's Super Bowl 2.
It was Packers versus Chiefs.
Super Bowl 1.
Packers versus Raider. I don't.
Let me see.
Okay, I think you're right.
Yeah, they didn't win any until Mahomes got there.
Yeah, that's crazy. I thought they won one.
No, they went to the Super Bowl. They just never got over the hump. And now they got 3. Just like that. Shit, the Patriots.
It was Packers over Chiefs and then Packers over Raiders in the first 2 Super Bowls. And then you had the historic Jets over Colts.
What? Super Bowl 2?
Super Bowl 2 was Packers over Raiders.
Packers over Raiders?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know the Raiders went. I know the Raiders went to lost Super Bowls in the '70s, or did they go to? I know they lost to the Steelers a lot, and I know they beat the Vikings in 1 Super Bowl. No, they only had 3 Super Bowls. The Raiders, 1 in the '70s and 2 in the '80s with Tom Flores and that other Mexican quarterback they had.
Yeah, Raiders beat the Vikings in Super Bowl 11.
Yeah. And then 1 they beat the Eagles and the other one, and then I think at the time the Redskins in the 3rd one, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah. Anyways, but no, I mean, damn.
Anyway, Jaguars versus Broncos.
Yeah, Jaguars, Broncos. Jaguars, I don't know. They were on a 6-game win streak, and I think the last team to beat them was actually the Texans when they were up by a lot. I don't know if you remember that. And the Texans came back with what's their backup quarterback's name? Wills or Mills?
Yeah,
The backup quarterback for the Texans.
Davis Mills.
Davis Mills. Yeah, he came back. I think it was like the biggest comeback in a quarter. I don't know. It was a huge comeback, but the Broncos, man, I mean,
another situation where you got to keep playing your offense, right?
Yeah, I would say the Broncos. I mean, they were about. I mean, they were like on a 10-game win streak, dude. Eventually, you gotta get that. Like I said, you gotta get a loss out the way. I'd rather get it out the way now than in the playoffs. So I think they'll be all right. They got Sean Payton. He's a very seasoned coach, and the defense is. The Jaguars put a little bit belt to ass on that defense, but I think they'll bounce back.
Here's my thing. When I watched that game, for the majority of it, to me, the Broncos looked like a really good team having a really bad day. It's just a shit day at the office for them. When I watch them, I'm like, oh my god, dude. Like Trevor at times like pressured on every play, but to his credit, he was playing amazing. This was his like career game. I'm watching him. I'm like, who is this guy? I've never seen this Trevor Lawrence before. This is a baller. Like, he's hanging in the pocket, rolling out of the pocket, stepping into the pocket, just making these throws. Like, oh my god, dude. This is what you if he stays like this against defense like this, you guys could ride that to a championship. Like, that is serious business. Because the Broncos, to me, they were just handling that offensive line. To me, to my eye, they were pressuring on damn near every play. And he handled it. He handled it. And the Jaguars were getting just enough separation, sitting in the soft zones, doing whatever they needed to do in the secondary to get loose. And the Broncos, late in the game, they just started missing tackles. Like, very uncharacteristic. There was an out route where, like, two guys just whiffed. It reminded me of the 2017 divisional round Vikings-Saints, the Minnesota Miracle, where a guy just, like, puts his head down and misses. It was like two guys did that at once. They, like, kind of flopped over on, like, a 4-yard out route, and then he just runs to the end zone. Like, okay, what happened there? I don't know if you're going to get too many plays like that again against the Broncos, but the Broncos can play. They just had a horrible game.
Like I said, they were due one. They were like on a 10-game win streak. Eventually, you're going to have a bad day in the office. Rather have it now than in the playoffs.
They laid an egg, and
they're going to be all right.
Yeah, it could have been that mentality, like, oh, we're going into the week in the meetings. Oh, we're gonna kill these dudes. Like we ain't even got to worry about this. And I think the Jaguars, to their credit, they probably did. Like, the Broncos now have kind of a target on the back, best record in the league, best team in the league, whatever, blah blah blah. Everyone's talking about how unbeatable they look at times, and the Jaguars, they're like, we're gonna study this tape. We're gonna find some things we can do, and they did. Trevor, man, looking like Peyton Manning out there, crazy.
I wouldn't go that far now, but he's looking like a.
How many tutties did he throw in that game?
I want to say he had 4 total touchdowns.
4 total? Is that because he ran one in?
Yeah, let me see.
Did he run 1 or 2 in? 3 tutties through the air, and 1
4.
rushing. Yeah, so 4.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a dynamic threat for. That's most modern quarterbacks now. They could run it if they have to. Just, the days of being a statue in the pocket is kind of done and over with for the most part. But yeah, the Jaguars offensively look really well. I know they still got to basically compete with the Texans now for the number 1 seed in the South. And we'll see who comes out on top. But yeah, the Broncos just had a bad day. They've made some mistakes on defense that they normally don't make. I know Patrick Surtain got burned once, but he kind of like stumbled over on himself a little bit. I don't see that happening again. And if they make in the playoffs, I actually probably think the Broncos might win. I don't know. I feel like, Sean Payne's going to make the corrections from this game, just lost. They're going to look at the tape, make the adjustments if they meet in the playoffs. I think they'll be all right, man. The Broncos, they're going to be playing at home in Mile High and playoff environment. It gets real loud in there. So I like the chances.
Denver loves that team, man.
Yeah, Denver loves that team. It was just one of those games where you're just eventually going to lose. Even the Patriots for all those years where they looked pretty much unstoppable, they eventually did lose a couple games in the regular season, which it happens. It just come that playoff time, playoff football. They made those adjustments. They made the corrections. They come up with a great game plan, and they'll execute. So I think Sean Payne's going to have them ready to go come playoff time. They just wanted to get this loss off their chest, get that, pressure off of them a little bit. But, they're going to be all right, man. Jaguars, they did what they had to do, and we'll see how they finish the season. So
I'm excited to see what the Jaguars do in the playoffs. Them and Houston. I'm really excited to see what either of those teams do. Because they're kind of considered dark horse teams, but I think in that AFC, they could be good enough to make it out. Like, they could be. Like, yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Hold on now.
Because you love Josh Allen that much?
I think all of America loves Josh Allen that much. I don't know, man. It just was destined for Josh Allen this year. Like,
oh
Mahomes
my
is
God.
out, Burrow is out.
Bro had 130 yards passing.
who's gonna stop? I mean, the Browns are a pretty scrappy team on defense.
Oh my God! Now all of a sudden the Browns are scrappy.
Sometimes they can be, man. The Shador effect, but nah, man, it just feels destined for Allen to just go in there and finally get that damn, monkey off his back and get his ring, so they can leave him alone, and he won't go down as another Dan Marino, Phillip Rivers type quarterback to never win a Super Bowl. But if the Bills were to lose in the playoffs and come out the AFC, it would probably be honestly the Broncos. Maybe I don't know about I don't know about the Patriots, man. Like Drake May, I'm still kind of like,
if it's not the Bills, because let's say Josh Allen is not able to elevate into Superman mode every 4 games straight.
yeah.
After that, it could be anybody. To me,
Yeah,
Texans, Jaguars, Broncos, Patriots. Even I don't know if it'll be the Steelers, but they can upset somebody, a team or two.
The Steelers, I was surprised they won. Honestly, the Steelers.
They could be the next Washington Commanders, make it to the championship game against the Broncos or something.
If the script writers are writing the script, it would probably be between Rodgers and Stafford. 2 old quarterbacks going at it.
The Unk Bowl.
The uncle, yeah, pretty much. I mean, that would be the perfect script. Rodgers wins his chip, rides off to the sunset as the top 5 quarterback, cemented his legacy. Or, Stafford makes his case for being a top 5, maybe top 10 quarterback. But that would be if the script is real. But I don't know, man. The AFC is kind of hard to figure out. Like the NFC is, for me, it's the Rams or 49ers, pretty easy. I feel like they're way better than anyone else, pretty much in the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
But the AFC, Josh Allen, love the guy. I'm rooting for him since my team's not going to do anything in the playoffs. But the problem with the Bills is Cooks is starting, he helps out Allen a lot. But the problem with the Bills, it's Josh Allen has to really be Superman. And
every game he has to do that.
They're going to lose. So can he be Superman for 2-3 games in the playoffs? I don't know. That's a lot to ask for, but that's a tall glass to order. But the AFC is a little bit more closer. I feel like it's more balance in that in the AFC. It's more tough than the NFC, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, the Super Bowl logo theory.
The colors.
Yeah, the colors. Well, I'm gonna pull that up on stream right now. So I'm looking at it right now. All right, so what colors we got, if the script is real? So you got blue, yellow, green. There are no pink teams. There's a lot of pink in this logo. And red. A little bit of red. So blue, yellow, green, and red.
Chargers.
So you think Chargers and then Packer or 49ers? Who would represent the green and the red?
Maybe the 49ers on an alternate with the alternate uniform on. I don't know. Yeah, I heard of the theory, but then
this logo's weird though. Other years were only 2 colors, so it was like okay,
a little bit more.
Well, the red and the red and yellow could be 49ers. And the green and blue could be the Jaguars.
The Jaguars are like a.
Does the Jaguar have a greenish tongue?
It's kind of like.
And they have teal blue jerseys, right?
Yeah, I would say it's from like a tealish, almost looks green.
So Niners versus Jags confirmed.
Yeah.
Damn.
That would be a shitty Super Bowl. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to see the Jaguars in the Super Bowl.
Oh, you know what it could be? It could be the Packers versus the Bills or the Texans. Because the green and yellow, and then you have the red, white, and blue. I forgot white. There's white clouds.
I'll be very, very shocked if the Packers make it to if they're not a one and done team in the playoffs. I'll be shocked. If that's what the script says, then that's what the script says. But I don't think so. I think it's gonna be the Bills versus the Rams, most likely.
Nah, I don't know about all that.
Maybe the Bills versus 49ers, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's this year is very hard to kind of last year. You can kind of tell it's gonna be the Eagles and Chiefs pretty much. They
Yeah.
were going to run it back. Years prior, it's going to be the Chiefs versus whoever who happened to be the 49ers that year. This year is just so close, man. I can't think of another year that was this close where you have no idea who's going to come out.
Yeah.
So beats me, man. I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I'd put my money on the Rams and Bills.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a long shot. All right, so I guess we could turn the page over to Patriots versus Ravens. I don't have a whole lot to say about this next game. Let me go ahead and hide that image. Patriots versus Ravens. Yeah, Lamar went out again. God, so
Yeah,
unreliable. I think his career might be just on a down. I know you love Lamar. You like the
I
big
love
stars at
Lamar.
quarterback. You
Yeah.
love Mahomes, Lamar,
I was kind
Burrow,
of thinking the same thing. If you're
and
thinking what I'm
Allen.
thinking, I might be there with you.
I think Lamar's kind of his career trajectory is just it. He's can't stay available. Keeps getting injured. This could be the beginning of the end. He may never be the same as those MVP years. He just doesn't look like he could play the same as he used to. He
Yeah, I
just
mean,
doesn't look right.
last year was their last year pretty much should have been the MVP if they didn't give it to Allen. They were saying they should have gone to Lamar, but yeah, man, this year he's been getting hurt a lot. He's missed a lot of the season this year, and I'm like, is this a sign of things to come in the future where he just because that was like the biggest knock on him is the play style he plays with doesn't last long in the NFL. You gotta eventually become a almost a pure pocket passer. Because look at Mahomes now; he's out for the season. And if you want to have longevity in this league, you can't be playing scrambling quarterback for long because you're gonna get hit a lot. Because once you leave that pocket and break that plane, you're basically an open target to get big hits. You're not gonna get protected by the referees. So I'm a little nervous. Because Lamar's my guy, and I want to see him out there, doing his thing. But he got hurt
He's such a
again.
good guy, such a humble kid, man.
Yeah,
I call him a
man.
kid, but he's been around for a while. He's a dude now. But he's so like naive about the world. He has such an innocence about him. Sometimes it's hard not to think of him as a kid. But it's so sad to see because he's such a good guy. I remember when he got drafted, he's like, "Oh, the Ravens going to win a Super Bowl with me."
Yeah,
and he's
everyone
not
doubted that.
bad. Yeah, he's not a bad player. He could win a Super Bowl, but man.
But as far as it's. I mean,
The Ravens just aren't that good.
I would say, yeah, and I spoke on it before. I mean, because he was out earlier this year, and then when he came back, he still looked kind of off. He was missing a lot of passes. He wasn't really running as much. He just looked off the whole time he's been back, and now he's out again. I think he might be done for the year, honestly, dude. I don't unless unless the Ravens are really in contention to make a playoff run, which I don't know now with the Steelers in the lead, and the Ravens just been looking kind of off the whole time, even with Lamar back. I said they just rest them and just get ready for next year.
Yeah,
but I mean, the Pats were down. It's not, and they cut into the score, and then Derrick Henry has another. I don't. What's the opposite of clutch? He had an unclutched fumble again, which he had that in week one
choked.
too, I think. Yeah,
he choked. That's the opposite of that.
He choked and dropped the ball, lost the ball. And I think that's what happened in week one against the Bills too. Which gave the Bills a shot to kind of win the game. And then Zay Flowers fumbles the ball too when they were about to start a comeback. Well, who knows if it would have been a comeback, but they were trying to do something. Diggs made a big catch. Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs has been playing. I didn't expect him to play this well with the Patriots, to be honest. He had his little stint with the Texans, and the Bills got rid of him because they probably thought he couldn't. He wasn't worth the headache anymore. His production wasn't worth the headache.
Yeah, but he hasn't really. What has he done bad this year? Like he's not talking about shit, is he?
No. I mean, he's got a baby with Cardi B now. Besides that, I mean, he had a little off-season incident with the little pink cocaine baggie, but that's none of our business.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was on the boat with a bunch of hookers or whatever they were, or companions. But but he did have Diggs did have a big catch on fourth down. When he took it almost to the house, pretty much, which kind of helped the Patriots. Ended up in the touchdown handoff. But yeah, I mean, Patriots. They lost the lead. They lost to Josh Allen, and they win this game. But this game was kind of like, I don't know. It didn't convince me too much just because Lamar was out, and Huntley did the best he could, filling in for Lamar. But once you lose your guy, your team morale kind of goes down. You kind of lose a little bit of hope that we could still hold on to this. The thing that kind of stood out to me too was that after Henry had that big run, they didn't give him the ball for like the rest of the fourth quarter to kill the clock.
Yeah, Henry, he just hasn't been like as effective this year, especially in the high leverage moments. He's not really a clutch back, I feel like.
The fact that he's still playing at a decent level for his age, because running backs are only good for like 5 years, and the fact that he's still playing pretty decent.
He's built. Well. I mean, man, you see his workout, like his physique, like
he's like a linebacker.
Pause, but yeah, exactly. Like you see those workout tapes for these dudes, and it's like, oh my god, Derrick Henry's a monster,
physical specimen, a
freak, like Calvin Johnson of running backs.
He just can't hold on to the ball sometimes. That's at least this year he can. But
which is weird with a body like his. You'd think the whole ball would be engulfed by his arm.
Yeah, but no, that fumble really killed him. And then Zay Flowers just kind of put the nail in the coffin with that fumble, which he also had a really unclutched fumble in the championship game against the Chiefs. So it kind of it reminded me a little bit of that when Zay Flowers fumbled the ball against the Chiefs in the championship game. But yeah, man, Pats, killed the clock. Once they got the fumble back, they killed the clock, and the game was over.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Pats winning, though? You feel like they're still a threat? I don't know.
I think they were the better team in this game. I think it was a case like setting aside the turnovers. I know those often determine games, but I just think the Pats were better. I think what you eventually saw is the Pats, the better team, taking over in the second half and just closing out the game. The Ravens just aren't that this year. They ain't like that.
Yeah, but do you feel inspired by the Pats win? Because I don't know.
Well, I don't know if I feel inspired, but good teams, they always find a way.
The fact the game was close for me, and the Ravens defense hasn't been something to write home about, and the Patriots kind of struggled a little bit. I don't know. I feel like maybe this is what I was talking about when it's not your time yet. Maybe the cracks are starting to show a little bit, and I don't know. Drake May, for some reason, I can't get wild with. Like, I know he's like MVP, one of the MVP candidates, but
he has great anticipation in the pocket. He's able to keep his eyes downfield.
The thing with him, and I don't get wild because he's not doing backyard plays. I don't know, but I haven't been wild by him when I watch him play.
He is very methodical. The thing is, when I watched Drake May and the Baltimore Ravens, what stood out to me is how much time he has.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, I think, reason he's playing so well. God, he just feels like he could stand back there and stand forever. Like, he'll have a guy on it deep in, and the guy will make his cut and run halfway across the field, and Drake May's just watching him until he gets an opening. Like, when you have that much protection, dude, you could call in cuts and crossing routes all day long, and you'll never miss. If you can't get pressure and you have a clean pocket with no one even close, like, he could just sit there for 5 seconds. And that's why I think they're the better team. That's really, to me, the story of this. And the story maybe the Patriots season.
The Ravens. But I don't know, man. I don't see him as a threat like the Bills or the Broncos. I would say they're right there with the Jaguars and the Texans for me. Just like, they could be a dark horse, I guess, but I still like the Bills or Broncos coming out the AFC more.
The
Steelers, well,
you think why? Because they need to pay their dues. They're too young.
A little bit of that, yes. And I don't know, man. Like Drake May, I just don't get wild with the guy. Maybe it's like the Patriot hitter in me, not seeing Tom Brady cook us for all those years, and he played so basic, dink and duck football that I don't know. But I know they'll beat the Steelers. The Steelers, they won a couple games in a row and they beat the Lions, but that was a very controversial ending to that game. But we'll talk about that.
God, I was wondering if Drake May, like, this would put him back in consideration. The fact that Stafford's no longer in running to win his division.
Nah, I still like Stafford as MVP, dude.
Yeah, I'm looking at his stats. I have it pulled up on the screen now.
If not Stafford, then give it to Allen, bro. Like, Allen is doing God's work in Buffalo right now. He's literally Well, him and Cook are literally carrying the team at will to the damn top of the division, pretty much. But no, I wouldn't put Drake. I wouldn't say Drake May.
Man, they almost lost that game against Cleveland, though. Jeez.
Almost, but they didn't. So they did. It don't matter. They
Yeah,
won the game.
that's fair.
And they,
but
and they beat the Patriots last time they played. So
yeah.
and,
I mean, I'm looking at May's stats right now, wondering if like the sort of uninspiring game for Josh Allen and the division loss, not losing the division for Stafford, would sort of tighten things up. But you're comparing a quarterback with 40 passing touchdowns and 5 interceptions to Drake May's 25 and 8.
yeah.
I think Stafford's now number 1 in passing yards again after the Seattle game too.
Is he? I know Dak was on his.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong about that, but he had a 450-plus yard game.
Yeah, Dak got benched before he even hit 250. So I think he might be in first place now, Stafford. But yeah, man, see, 25-8, and then I think Josh Allen, if you count his rushing touchdowns, which I know you don't like to count, but he's up there with Stafford in total touchdowns.
Who?
Josh Allen. If
you include his rushing, he is. He definitely is.
If not Stafford, then Josh Allen for me for MVP, but definitely not Drake May. I don't think Drake May's done enough to be in conversation with those two guys. Shit, you might need to throw Trevor
his team is just so. The thing is he's winning his division. That's I think the main thing. His stats, I think maybe not.
Yeah, nah, I don't care if you're winning your division, bro. Like.
You don't care about that?
Nah, I don't. I care if you're doing what the title says, which being the most valuable player on your team. I feel like Josh Allen and Stafford are more valuable to their teams. Shit, I would even probably say Trevor Lawrence over Drake May.
All right. Well, I have the QB stats pulled up right now. I could actually probably expand that further. Yeah, Matthew Stafford's leading the league in passing yards just by a touch, like 24 yards. Oh, no, only 4 yards more than Dak Prescott. That's crazy. And Jared Goff's having himself a year, too. If the Lions weren't, if they weren't going to miss the playoffs, he might be an MVP consideration, honestly. He's got 32-5 right now. He only has 5 picks on the year, too.
Yeah, he's been playing well. Just he hasn't had the team success. But
no, which is unfortunate because his running backs have really collapsed. And then Drake May's 4th place in passing yardage, but only has 25-8 ratio. God, the only 2 people that have cracked 30 on the season are Jared Goff and Stafford.
Yeah.
God, Stafford just has a monster year of touchdown passes, and it's because of Devontae.
Yeah, even Trevor Lawrence has more passing touchdowns than Drake May. He just has
the extra picks and only a 60% completion, way behind in yards.
But if you add his rushing touchdowns,
how many are those? Because May might have some too.
Doesn't show me, son of a gun.
Because no one cares. No one cares about rushing touchdowns. They don't count.
It's the modern league. You gotta get used to it, man. These guys are all running and gunning. Dang, Trevor Lawrence was only 26. I thought he was almost 30. Well, that's not good for us. It's not showing me. Let me see. This NFL website that I'm using kind
of. If Stafford ends the year with 45, you think he's just a lock?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's.
What if he doesn't throw another pick? He'd be 45-5.
It's kind. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of hard to because he's so far ahead of everyone else in passing touchdowns. It's kind of hard to not give him the nod.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless if he doesn't win the division or not, it's kind of hard to not, reward that kind of ball because that's not common. 40+ touchdowns. Obviously, you could see now that no one's even over 30, and we only have 2 games left. No one's probably gonna get near 40 touchdowns. Maybe Goff if he goes crazy these next 2 games, but he would need
he would need 4 a game.
Yeah, 4 a game, which is not easy to do.
No, and then considering Stafford's probably gonna throw 2 or 3 a game.
With the cupcake schedule he has these last 2 games, I would hope so.
You'd be crazy if he gets to 50.
It's doable. He can have 5 touchdowns against the Falcons and the Cardinals, but he would have to be like.
McVay, every time they get down there, McVay's going to try and get him some.
Yeah. But I say it's Stafford's to lose right now.
Yeah, I agree. The only person
that could probably take it away from him is Josh Allen. If Josh Allen keeps, if he has another two Superman games back to back to finish the season, he'll make a case for himself a little bit. But
I don't know if he deserves it though. I would sit him and lose it. I would make sure he loses it.
Who? Josh Allen?
No, Stafford.
Oh,
I was the Rams coach. I would sit his ass on the bench.
That's some real
Let
Josh
Allen take it. Yeah, you don't deserve it. You didn't win your division.
He's almost 50 years old. He needs an MVP in his resume.
Nah, you didn't win your division. You're a bum.
You're such a harsh critic, man. Harsh fan.
Yeah,
fan.
Well, the NFL, you know what it's saying? Not for long. If you don't win, not for long, baby. So our next topic up, we had the MVP race. I think we already kind of handled that. But we also we could do a flyby. It's not. I don't know if we need to go too deep, but I just did want to make a little bit of mention of the Colts and Niners game.
Yeah.
You do your thing. Let me start in because whatever you.
Yeah,
whatever
go ahead,
you guys
start us
say.
off, man. I want to see your positivity spew on, like the same way I was positive for you in your harsh moments. Go ahead and bless me with some positivity, man.
Phillip played well. I thought Phillip, considering the circumstances, coming off the couch for 5 years or whatever it was, he played really well. Now your defense obviously shat themselves.
Didn't show up.
They pissed in their little pretty pink panties. The second of the golden helmets with that oval and SF on it. As soon as those helmets rolled out on the field, your guys pissed their pants on defense. Yeah. Christian McCaffrey, once a hole opened up, it was like the Red Sea. Departing the Red Sea, your guys just collapsed. They didn't even want to bother to tackle him. Kittle out there looking like Randy Moss. I don't know. Looking like Calvin Johnson out there catching everything.
Touchdown.
Yeah. I mean,
everybody had a touchdown that night, huh? I think I had one too.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But, man, the Colts really tried to make a fight out of it on offense, but you knew at some point they were going to leak a little oil. And the Niners just have so much gas in the tank. Like, that's just a task. I don't know if anyone can stop them. So this game was a tough task. The Colts played well enough to maybe beat almost anyone else. Just not that team. It was just not that team on that day in that dome, man. What a lethal team they are when CMC is doing his thing. Just a little bit like the Rams on offense, where they're starting to get to the point where there's too much to account for. And if you don't account for one thing, then they're going to kill you with it. And Brock Purdy, my God, to me, he's playing his way into being in consideration to be like an actual good quarterback in this league.
You don't think he was good before?
It's not that he wasn't good before, but
people that he was.
No, I thought he was due for development. He was good, but not great. He could be great by the time he learns the game fully. When he gets to the point where he is like in Stafford, he may be on a quicker trajectory than Stafford, but like when he gets older in this league and has seen everything, not much that can really fool him anymore. He could be the next great pocket passer. Even though he's not the most physically talented guy, I mean, this dude can play. He can play. And it seems regardless of the circumstances, he's always competitive. Even if they're not having a great game rushing, but now they have that rushing attack, and boy, they are lethal. But I don't want to take away from what the Colts did. They fought hard, man. Especially on offense, to stay in this game. And what could you expect given your circumstances? I know you're feeling down about it, but, like, man, what could you expect? It's just...
Feeling down. I feel all right, man. I'm going to be all right. But expectation-wise, I mean, we were kind of shooting in the dark here and hoping for a miracle pretty much. I mean, we brought in a 45-year-old quarterback, middle age. Was it considered middle age, 40 years old? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we brought in a middle-aged quarterback, but in NFL years, he's an old man.
Well, not only that, just sitting on the couch for 5 years.
He's 5 years, no football.
He's really old.
You could really see it too when he tried his basically try to get out the pocket. He's
Oh
like,
my God, I can run faster than him.
I could walk faster than him running, but that's neither here or there.
Yeah.
But he did the best he could. I mean, like I said, if we were playing any other team, I feel like we would have won that game. But man, he started off the game going 5 of 7 and scores because San Francisco kind of just went down to feel like it was nothing. So I was like, okay,
Easily, yeah.
yeah. And then we fumbled the kickoff right after we tie after the game gets tied. We fumble the kickoff. 49ers get in great field possession and then just score. And then after that, we were just playing a catch up, which Rivers did a good job. He tied the game up. But then you could kind of see his arm on some throws. His arm was a little shot. His arm shot. He's an old man. There was one throw where he like really underthrew it.
Yeah, I saw that, and he had a touchdown. He was so upset about that.
He was kicking himself for that one. I'm like, dude,
but he's old. His mechanics were off rhythm.
And
tough throw.
When the 49ers missed that field goal to end the first half, that 64-yarder, I was like, okay, this could be the momentum that we need. The Seahawks got that momentum. The Bears got that momentum. Now it's our turn to get that momentum and run with it. We didn't get that momentum. We got our ass kicked after that pretty much. Purdy throws a pick, and then what do? Rivers throws a pick 6 in response. So after that, the game was pretty much over. Ryan Leonard comes in for Phillip Rivers just to kind of get him some reps. I don't know, man. But, we're going to be, all right next year. Mac Jones, calling it now, Mac Jones, a future Colt. So, I hope Mac Jones got to have a good conversation with the coach, pre-game, post-game, wherever. Hopefully we interviewed him so we can get him on board for next year because I know he wants to be a starter because he played well in San Fran. The games that Purdy missed, he was doing really well, I thought. So for me, there's no quarterbacks coming up in the draft that'll really wow us. And, we're not doing that bad where we'll get a high draft pick anyways. So I say we get Mac Jones next year and, hopefully make a run, with JT and Mac Jones cooking in the offense. And hopefully our defense can show up because our defense did not show up yesterday. And I get it. The 49ers are good. They haven't punted since November. But, God damn, we got to at least make them. It's like every time they had the ball, can we at least get a stop?
I know.
The only stop I feel like we had was when they missed the damn field goal. I was like, bro, no way. They're literally scoring at will.
Their team has not punted since November. That is insane.
And I was like, okay, well, what are we, December 3rd right now? And I forget. We're, near the end of December. So I'm like, God damn, they haven't punted in over a damn month. And they're not going to punt tonight. And, man, I mean, like I said, we'll be back next year. The Blitz will be back next year, and I'll finally have my cigar in 2026. So for the rest of the year, we're not going to win any games. We have a tough schedule to close out the season. Rivers, I don't know if he wants to keep playing.
I don't know. I think this might be the end of the road for sure, unless something crazy happens next year and they call him back. Or I don't know. It's almost a shame Purdy threw. What was that pick that he got? Was practically at the end of the game, right? Almost garbage time.
No, it was fourth quarter. We were still kind of contention a little bit.
Okay,
we were down 2 scores, and then after that.
Almost a shame he threw that because he had 5
We were down 27-41 when he threw that pick. So. I know that sounds like a lot. Hold on.
No, we were still competitive, bro.
No, but you think about it. Okay, we got the pick. It's early in the fourth quarter because it was in the fourth. Colts down 27-41. I got my notes here. We're down. Okay, we're down 14 points. Was that 14 points? I don't know what the math is, but I was okay. We turned this this pick into a touchdown, and we cut it into the lead because that would have made it 34-41, which makes a 1-score game, but. Rivers throws a pick 6 right after that, and that was pretty much the end of the game. After that, I kind of tuned out a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Once I saw Leonard come in, I said, all right, man. If they're not trying, why should I keep giving them my attention? I got my yogurt, cried myself to sleep, called it a night, man. I said, all right, man. Rivers is probably done. I don't know if he wants to keep playing it. There's nothing to play for. I know they brought him in because I'm sure they felt and we felt that we could still make a run here. If we can just win these next couple games.
Yeah, that's why they brought him in because they wanted to win these. They wanted to stand a chance in these games, and man, fell just short. And the Seahawks the defense really let them down.
How do we hold the Seahawks down a bunch of field goals, but then the 49ers just fucking run us over and treat us like a bitch the whole game?
49ers, I think, are a little bit better than the Hawks.
A little bit is an understatement, but yeah, they're up there with the Rams.
Who?
The 49ers.
Down? You mean down there with us? No,
No, up there.
they're way better than us.
Nah, man.
Yeah, Brock Purdy's stat line in this game have it pulled up right here. Insane. Christian McCaffrey had himself a day on the ground too.
Yeah.
How many on the passing game he had an extra 29 yards. So man, yeah, had himself a great day. 5.5 carry. And then
Yeah, it's like,
Brock Purdy can he can run it a little bit.
yeah, he's pretty mobile.
Opportunistic, and they do pretty good on the QB sneak. So when they're in a third or fourth and one, they could just line up and just real quick snap it and get the first. That offensive line is terrifying. The way they open holes, and then McCaffrey can read them. He can read them so well and get it through them. There's no problem. So yeah, this team is a scary beast.
Kyle Shanahan can coach the hell out of a game too, man. So
Yeah,
he
mixes up his play calling. Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad if the 49ers won a Super Bowl because I feel bad for Kyle Shanahan.
I would. I can't stand them. Can't stand their team. Can't stand their fans. Trash. They don't deserve it. The world likes the Rams better than the Niners anyway. Screw the Niners. Ugly ass
They had
uniforms
cool Joe
anyway.
Montana. They had Jerry Rice. They have historic.
Nothing cool about
players.
none of the Cool Joe, uncool Joe. Corny
Such
ass
a
Joe.
hater, man. They had Steve Young. You don't like
Lame.
Steve Young?
Bum.
You don't like Jerry Rice, the greatest receiver of all time? He's
No.
better with the Raiders. Oh, all right.
No, don't like any of them. Kurt Warner and Isaac Bruce were better.
Okay.
All right. We did have another little topic here. I think I'm going to skip that this week. We could talk about that in future weeks. It's not a big one.
I did want to bring up this one real quick. So during the Lions and Steelers game, DK punched a fan. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Did he punch him or did he grab something off of him? It was kind of hard to
No,
tell.
he tried he wanted to punch him, but then he kind of tried to change it and almost open-handed him, slapped him, but he hit him. And he got suspended. They just announced it today. He's out for 2 games, which
Holy.
ruins his guaranteed $40 million. So he lost money.
So wait, what'd you say? 40 million?
Yeah, like a $40 million contract.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
he's
how much?
out. So he's out 2 games, and I guess any games missed kind of messes up his contract. So I've never seen. I don't know. I was watching Nightcap, and they were saying that Ocho said that he was called a racial slur, and his mom was called the C word that rhymes with runt. Well, we're not monetized, so he called his mom a cunt, I guess, and he called them the N word. That's what
Yeah,
Ocho
but
was
so
saying.
what? Yeah, I mean, you can't. You gotta have.
You can't lose.
The fans are gonna try to get under your skin. They're gonna say any damn thing to make you lose.
Yeah. So, man, DK fumbled the bag, and now, he is their best weapon on offense. I feel like he is definitely
DK Metcalf literally
clearly for Rodgers, and he's gonna be missed these next 2 games because they're not too far ahead of the Ravens. I know the Ravens are banged up, but still, they're gonna need him these last 2 games of the season just to make sure they secure the playoffs. But
Yeah,
he's out. Well, now 2 games left, so the rest of the season, he's out the rest of the season. He'll be back playoffs.
That's a shame, bro. That is a shame.
And I guess he has history with that fan where in Seattle. He
had history with that exact fan?
Yeah, I guess he got him escorted out in Seattle once at a game. So
Are you kidding me?
yeah.
That is crazy, yo. Was it a Detroit game?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the fan's like a troll or something, and he just happens to troll DK all the time. I don't know, but I've never seen the player actually smack. That's the only thing I could think close of that was NBA Malice in the Palace. But as far as NFL player putting their hand on someone, I can't recall. On a fan, at least, I can't recall.
No, I've seen them get pretty upset and whatnot.
I seen them get upset. Was it? I think Patrick Peterson. No, not Patrick Peterson. He played for the Rams. Was it Patrick Peterson? He was a cornerback.
Patrick Peterson was a Cardinal, I thought.
No. Yeah, I think his last name was Peterson, but I can't remember what his full name. But he played for the Rams. He was a cornerback in 2018, 17.
Oh, you know what? I think I may remember who you're talking about.
There was a video of him going back and forth with the fan about gangs. But yeah, man, DK's out for 2 games, so we'll see how that impacts the Steelers because they still have to kind of win out pretty much.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was crazy.
It is crazy. Here, I'm gonna try and play this video here, so that the audience could get a frame of reference for what happened.
Yeah.
Let's see if it'll play.
You can't get away with nothing now these days. I mean, they got who's it, Abdul Carter? That's
Oh yeah, I didn't see this camera angle. He did punch him.
Yeah. He told him
Ooh,
got
it
him
looked like
pretty
he
good.
grabbed that terrible towel or something when I first saw it. The other angle.
Yeah.
Dang, and people next to him are like, "Yo, you were an idiot for doing that."
He was cheering because he knows he's about to get a bag pretty much. He's gonna try to sue him. He's gonna be like, my
Yeah.
neck and my back hurt.
Oh yeah. I can't move my neck.
I can't move my neck. I have neck stiffness,
Yeah,
man.
no. I
Like I
think he
said,
broke my spine.
my spinal cord. I have
I
emotional
can't see out of
distress.
my left eye. Yeah.
I'm depressed. My wife left me because I'm a bitch because I got hit on TV.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you can sue for,
Yeah.
emotional, monetary, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't go to work, you know, because of my pain. But
Mhm.
yeah, he's gonna definitely try to sue. I mean, that's probably what he was trying to go for, anyways. DK, man, you can't be doing that. You know that's what these fans want. They want a reaction out of you. They want to get in your head. You got to just ignore them pretty much. I know it's hard to ignore sometimes when people say some super shit. You want to say something back. You want to do something, but you got too much money on the line, man.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Get the security, get them out of here. But yeah, now you just ruin your bag and you ruined that contract because it was a guaranteed $40 million.
Yeah, that video, that's a shame, bro.
Yeah. But I thought that was just crazy. I just never seen that, so I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Yeah,
much
yeah, I never
that
seen anything
overshadowed
quite
the
like.
whole
Even
game.
AB didn't do that.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. The Steelers and problematic receivers. I don't know what their problem is. AB, Pickens, now DK. They just have like a weird history with problematic receivers. Well, I guess since AB, because Hines Ward wasn't problematic. He was a happy.
No, Hines Ward was, I think, a model
He's always-
citizen, pretty much.
Yeah, he's always smiling and shit, scoring touchdowns. I hated that guy.
Why?
He just always he was always too good. And then every time I root against the Steelers, he would always be doing something great. I just couldn't stand that. It's more like a player hating. I was player hating.
You were a hater, huh?
Yeah, I was. I was not a fan of the Steelers.
Got it. Yeah, I don't really care much about the Steelers either, but I didn't hate Hines Ward or anything. Well, I guess we should move on to power tiers. Might be a quick one this week.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I'm sharing everything. All right. Can you see me all right?
Yeah, I see you.
Okay. All right. So, same rules as always. We've got if your team is separated by a tier with another, then there's a significant gap or a noticeable gap. If you're on the same tier with another team, then there's a very small gap between you. So we're going to look at the tiers. Each tier name. The top one is chaos because that's what this year has been. A little bit of chaos this week. A lot of really mixed things up. We're not really sure who's coming out. I almost put the 49ers in a tier of their own, but I want to see them against the Bears next week. If they just blow the doors off the Bears, I think they're going up into their own tier. Inevitable. Then below that, you got the dark horses. It's exactly as it sounds. These are fringe playoff teams. Maybe they get lucky, go on a run. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Then I have a couple of weird tiers. I wanted to keep the same number of tiers and not just straight up eliminate rows every time and only have 3 rows this week or 4 rows. So I said on the bubble. Really, the only Bucks are the only ones that are anymore to me. I guess technically, no, the Ravens. I think the Ravens are eliminated. They had to be.
Lamar might be out. They're eliminated.
Yeah, I was tempted to maybe put them in there, but nah. The Lions lost, so they're out too. So the Bucks are the only one on the fringe. Like they're the only one. They're not going to win a Super Bowl. We know this, even if they make it, but it's not looking good. And then below that, you have eliminated. These teams are okay. They're kind of your mid-tier teams, your typical every year mid-tier 8-8 style team. They made not all end the season like 8-8 or near 500, but they're of that quality, and they just got eliminated from the playoffs. And then below that, you have 9. I don't even know if I need to explain this one. The journey of the JJ McCarthy journey. This has been the JJ experience,
Hate
and
watch.
yeah, this is where when you do something stupid like give up Sam for JJ, when you have that level of hubris and just arrogance about your franchise and your coach, this is where it lands you. And then you have the bottom tier, which is feeding wins. That's basically what this bottom tier has done all year, is fed the top teams. And that's why you have so many in that top tier, why it's so chaotic, why the NFC is so bottlenecked, even the AFC a little bit too. They're just feeding the good teams wins, and that's why it's very little separation at the top. And those are the tiers. You have this was a hard week for me. I'm not gonna lie. I can't figure out where to put certain teams. Like we're in constant flux, and you just don't know. We said we would figure it all out after Thanksgiving. This was the hardest week maybe I think I've had all year since we started the show. So yeah, what do you make of it?
So you got the Seahawks as the second best team in the NFL based off this tier list.
The Broncos lost. The Seahawks just whooped our ass.
All right, yeah. So this might be the worst one you made, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This is some crazy hate on the Rams because you got them barely at the dark horse tier.
Trash.
The fact that you got the Seahawks, the second best team in the league, is kind of crazy. I don't know because you're trying to hype them up because they beat the Rams.
No, I'm not trying to hype them up. They can beat a team that has a good offense while having 3 turnovers.
So you're
it's
saying
insane.
They're better than the Bills. They're better than the. No, yeah. I can't get jiggy with that one, man.
They have a great record. They're in contention for the 1 seed. They control their own destiny, and they can beat you while Sam Darnold does Sam Darnold things.
And then you got the Broncos ahead of the Bills. The Bills haven't lost. The Broncos just lost. They got their ass beat by the Jaguars. Yeah,
the Bills came off a really mediocre performance. I thought about moving them up, but I just couldn't say that they're. You got to respect record a little bit, and the Broncos are still the 1 seed.
And then you got the Patriots ahead of the Texans and the Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about those 3. I just went by gut.
The Jaguars are on a hot winning streak right now.
But the Texans could win the Super Bowl. If the Texans, if they score over 20, they win.
They could do something, yeah.
They just got to get that offense together. If their offense can score 30, they may be unbeatable.
The fact that you don't have the I would still put the Rams in chaos. That's me personally. No. I feel like you're overreacting. You're just so down bad on your team right now.
No, the Rams could lose against all those teams ahead of them.
And they could also beat all those teams ahead of them, but that's near here or there.
Not the 49ers.
The Eagles, dark horse.
They already lost against the Panthers.
It's all right. It's going to be all right.
Everyone scores 30-something on them.
I bet we wouldn't. But anyways.
I love them, but, this is not their year.
It needs to get some more stops. I give you that. These last couple of weeks, they've been letting teams score a little bit too many points for my comfortability. But that's
and they always let teams back in the game. Yeah, they let teams hang around.
Well,
trash.
The Eagles, I was not inspired by that win against the Commanders. The Commanders pretty much already shut down the shop for the season, so they're not really trying. And
that's why I didn't put them in chaos. Their defense is good, though.
Chargers, man.
Hard to say. They're always hard to rank.
They're hard to read, yeah, so I'll give you that. Panthers ahead of the Packers and Steelers is kind of crazy, but I guess. The Steelers, they won back-to-back games.
The Panthers did beat the Packers and the Rams. And the Steelers, again, kind of hard to judge the Steelers a little bit sometimes.
They beat the Dolphins, and I don't know if they should have beat the Lions. The ending call, I don't know, was kind of wild.
It was, but I don't know. I think they deserved that win. The Lions just did not play up to their ability in most of that game.
Yeah, the Lions shocked me. I thought they were going to beat the brakes off the Steelers.
Look at their rushing.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the Lions, dude. They're kind of disappointing. On the bubble, the Bucks, between the Bucks and Panthers, for all we know, the Panthers can lose the next 2 games and the Bucks can win the next 2 games. Next, they switch spots.
Yeah.
Eliminated, I guess all these teams are pretty much done in the playoffs. Their playoff hopes are done. The 9 is just funny to me. I don't know. We're like the biggest KJ haters. We don't hate the guy personally, but when you get
it seems like everyone's kind of on our time right now.
He's cringe. and
He's cringe and he's bad.
and he can't stay healthy. And so he got hurt again this past week. And
he's not available. Yeah, he's not learning at a great pace because of all his in and out. Yeah,
bro, you can't stay in the league like that. It's just like this Sam Darnold, letting Sam Darnold go to Seattle, and it's gonna age like milk probably. And it's gonna be probably set Vikings back another couple of years looking for another quarterback soon if they don't turn it around with JJ. And feeding wins. I agree, man. The Falcons won like 2 in a row. They beat the Bucs and the Cardinals.
I'm sitting here like when I'm making my tier list for the top, few 5 rows or so, I kind of have an idea of where I want to put them. There are a couple hard teams to figure out, like, should I switch these two? Should I switch these two? But for the bottom tier, I'm sitting there, I'm putting way too much effort into this. Like, okay, earlier in the season, this team beat this team, and then they're on a 2-game win streak, and they actually had 400 yards of offense in this game. Oh, the Saints are actually been playing a little bit better lately. The Titans just beat that. So I'm doing all these calculations, and I'm like, dude, people are going to watch this if they make it this far. They ain't going to care.
Yeah.
They're really not going to care. So I put way too much work into that.
Yeah, for the feeding wins, it's pretty accurate. It's just teams that, Kansas City, they're on their third string quarterback because Minshew just tore his ACL, which sucks for him, man. And I mean, the Dolphins, they're shutting it down. They benched Tua, which I guess means they're done with him and they're going to let him go.
Yep.
When did they pay him? Last year or the year before last year? I think
it might have been the year before. Was it last year?
I think it was last year, bro. So the
My
fact
God.
that already a year
turnaround.
in, yeah, it's crazy. I didn't think he played terrible. I mean, no, he was kind of ass. I'm sorry, Tua, but Commanders, dude, I'm starting to get a little worried about Jaden Daniels, bro. If
Me too.
If he don't put on some weight or muscle, he's not gonna last out. We might be looking at another RG3, like great rookie year, and then riddled with injuries right after his rookie year, and he's not the same.
Yep.
So hopefully that's not the case, but bro, it's starting to look that way with Jaden Daniels. They might have another RG3, rookie wonder turn. What if? And that sucks. The Jets, Giants, and Raiders. I saw someone say that the Giants should get rid of Jackson Dart already, man. That they should trade him for some picks and get Fernando Mendoza from college because of the way Jackson Dart plays, where he's always in the blue tent for concussion protocol, and kind of like Jaden Daniels, bro. You can't be playing like that. You gotta take care of yourself. You're not a running back, so you can't be relying on your legs too much.
Well, it's cool when Josh does it.
Because Josh is like a tank, man. He's like 6'5", 500 pounds. I don't know how much he weighs. I don't know his height and weight, but he's a bigger quarterback. Jaden Daniels ain't a big quarterback. Jackson Dart, he's a little bit bigger than Jaden Daniels, but he's still not a big guy. He's not like a Josh Allen, Big Ben type quarterback where they're just hard to bring down.
You got to bite their ankles, yeah.
Yeah, these are like very smaller statured quarterbacks. So you see what Bryce Young is doing, man. He's doing the best he can. But yeah, it's I don't know. I would agree with the rest though, but we got to see how the rest of the year plays. I don't see much changing for the rest of the year. I still think you're a little harsh on the Rams, but I get it. You got to be harsh on the team you love. So
they need tough love, man.
They need tough love, man.
This was the most embarrassed I've ever been to be a Rams fan. From a regular season game, I can't think of one like this.
But yeah, other than that, we should probably be feeding wins by next week. We'll be in the bottom tier because the fact that you haven't put us there after we haven't won a game since we started this show, and the fact that they're still in the mid tier. I mean, you're a really nice guy, man. I appreciate you for that.
I think Phillip could have played well. I think your team would have played well enough to beat every single team in that bottom row. Every team below them, they would have beat.
Yeah.
If they met them right now, they would beat every single team.
Oh yeah.
Below them. But
we're not. We're playing. The NFL hates us. They gave us the hardest closing schedule in fucking history. So, like I said, we're not winning until 2026, season 2 of the Blitz. If you will stick around, we'll be here. I'll be here celebrating my first W of 2026. So, yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, and who knows how long it'll take? What state your team will be in next year? It's hard to say.
Mac Jones, like I said, if we get Mac Jones, JT, he
hasn't been.
He's not even leading the league in rushing no more. James Cook took over.
Yeah, he's fallen, so too have the Colts.
Yeah, pretty That shows you what MVP stands for. If your best player falls
Okay,
off,
but you can't give somebody the MVP if they fall off. It's like, see, they're
Yeah,
pretty
man.
important. When they suck, their team suck.
what a
MVP.
coincidence that as soon as JT can break free, we start free falling ourselves.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just look at it closely. Look at it closely. If Josh Allen goes down next week, are we looking at the Bills the same way?
Oh, but if Stafford went down, we would not look at the Rams the same way either.
Exactly. MVPs. If Drake May goes down, I'm like, well,
oh well, we'll still, we'll still maybe make it to the divisional.
Yeah, exactly.
Then lose. Yeah. I don't know. Drake May has opportunities in the future. Let him play a little longer and win his MVP down the road. He still has he'll have a shot at it again.
You miss Mahomes yet?
No, I'm good. Man, you must be. This is like a tough year for you.
I just asked you. I didn't. Just because I bring him up doesn't mean.
No, this is a tough year for you. All you have is Allen. You're pinning all your hopes on Josh Allen to carry the weight of the old guard.
Damn, they're not even that old. They're like.
I know, but they're tenured.
They're
the pillars of the AFC, and you love them.
Yeah,
he's the only one in the mix.
Yeah, Lamar's out, Burrow's out. I mean,
and Josh Allen's team, like, he's
gonna have to put on that cape. And he's gonna have to
4 games straight against the best teams in the NFL.
He could have a bad game these next 2 games, one of these next 2 games, but come playoff time, bro, you really gotta lock the fuck in and make sure you're doing everything you can, whether it's throwing the ball, running for a touchdown, whatever you got to do. You got to make sure that you got that cape on come playoff time.
And, I have them ranked highly, but that is a high degree of difficulty for any. That's a lot to put on any player.
That's what makes the best of the best. I mean, Mahomes, when he lost Tyreek and he had fucking Juju Smith-Schuster as one of his number one receiver. Was he number 1 receiver? I don't even know. I don't even remember. They had what? Scantley, Juju, that year they beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Well, it was really Travis was the number 1 target.
Travis, but that's what I'm talking about. As far as receivers go, he didn't really have much.
Yeah.
And he basically had to put on that cape. So if Mahomes can do it, I think Josh Allen can do it too. It's just a matter of when it happens.
Yeah. Well, hopefully your guy can make it out then, because if it's not this year, man, when's it ever going to be? That's what it feels like to me.
Who would you rather have in the Super Bowl?
Who would I want to make a Super Bowl? Besides the Rams?
Yeah.
Bears versus Jags or Texans.
Why is that?
I love teams. I love to see teams make it that don't get a chance often. I like a good underdog story, huh?
The Bears been in a couple Super Bowls in their franchise, though.
Man, it's been a long time since they've been relevant.
They were kind of relevant in 2018 for a little bit.
They were one and done on a double doink. Like,
I mean, they were still kind of relevant. They had like the best defense that year with Khalil Mack. But
but they were surprised they're a Cinderella team this year.
Yeah, they were. They had Trubisky. And then
because they haven't had a franchise quarterback maybe in their entire franchise.
Jay Cutler. I was gonna say Jay Cutler.
No, dude, Smoking Jay. Smoking Jay didn't like football, dude.
Yeah, I was say that guy. I never seen a guy so unhappy to play a sport.
I like Smoking Jay. My wife hates him because she watched that reality show or whatever. But I think it's hilarious. I just think his personality wise, like he looked like
he hated his job. Like you see someone just like so gloomy and like depressed.
Yeah, I would have liked Jay Cutler as a teammate because he's just so fucking. I don't give a fuck, Like some people like that just kind of crack me up because they're just so dry. But
if you're trying to actually win,
I know. I just don't like him at quarterback. Like if it was another position or whatever, like linebacker, I think he would be a fun teammate to have just to shoot the shit with. But not at quarterback. It's not the kind of guy you want at quarterback. But man, so much talent.
He had a crazy arm, but he was just like
didn't care.
Yeah, he just didn't.
He got
Like
paid and didn't care.
even in his Madden pictures, he just looked like he didn't. He was just like he just rolled out of bed. He didn't even care to comb his hair in his Madden pictures. He just looked like he just didn't give a fuck. Like I'm just here to
But
take a
he's
pic.
the kind of guy that's weird. Like he doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
what
there's
that's
anything
what
he
I
cares
heard.
about. Like in that, because my wife watched that little reality show with him in it, and he didn't care about it. Like his wife, nothing
Yeah, he's
bothered
just
him.
I don't know.
He's
He's an
just
odd
got a I
fellow.
don't give a fuck attitude about everything.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because his post NFL career, what did he do? I think he tried to do like what did he try to do? Was it post game analysis? I don't know what he tried to do, but he just didn't care about anything.
No, he don't give a fuck. It's a good thing he made it in the NFL, had that much talent, because otherwise, I don't know what he would have done in life.
Yeah, he probably would have been not giving a fuck in the streets.
Yeah, exactly. And
I
that's
don't
not a
know.
good place to be.
Homeless. I don't give a fuck.
And I don't care. Yeah, like I've never seen a guy maybe roll with the punches quite to the level of Jay Cutler. That's why they call him Smoking Jay. You see, they always get the cigarette on the sideline. You ever see those pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to bring one of those up. Those that meme kills me, dude. But yeah, Smoking Jay. I love Smoking Jay. But yeah, we can roll on over to hot takes here, because
I mean, you gave one of yours already. So for the Rams,
yeah. I have another one about the Rams. Spoiler alert. But
ooh. You want me to go first?
let's see. I'm gonna make sure. Whoops. Make sure that you can see me. But yeah, you could go ahead and go.
All right. This is a hot take for me because I heard a lot of people calling for this man's job, and that's John Harbaugh. Job should not be in jeopardy. I know a lot of people calling for his job. He's been with the Ravens for 18 years, and they're probably about to miss the playoffs. And he's had Lamar, and he hasn't taken them to the Super Bowl, and this and that. But hey, man, he's
You
doing
say his
bad.
job is or is not in jeopardy?
They're saying no. There's a lot of talk about him, like on football shows. They're saying that he needs to go. That he's worn out his welcome now. It's been 18 years. They need a new voice in the locker room. I feel like he hasn't done like that bad of a.
We just lost. We just lost you.
Can you hear me?
We got you back. We got you
Okay.
back.
Yeah.
What happened?
So, I just seen a lot of people calling for his job, and I don't feel like he deserves to lose his job, man. Yeah, he won the Super Bowl back in 2012 season, but and I mean, looking at it now, I mean, he hasn't done too much, but he hasn't had like a terrible year. It's not like he's going like top 5 in the draft every year. It's just this year's a bad year, man. Lamar was out. I mean, they were just in the championship game 2 years ago, and there's no telling that if Lamar can stay healthy next year, that they won't be back in Super Bowl contention. So I don't think they should get rid of him just yet. If next year he has a bad year, then okay, I guess. But I feel like it's too soon to be calling for his job.
Um, I wonder to what degree that it is Lamar's fault that this is all happening. Honestly, he's just not playing well. No one's really playing well. They're not playing with
The
any
defense is
urgency.
not that great no more. Yeah, I mean, they need a receiver. I mean, they're getting old fast. Like the defense is getting
Yeah.
old. I mean, Derrick Henry, yeah, he's still good, but he's getting old in years. Who knows? Like next year, for all we know, he could fall off a cliff. They need a solid number one receiver like Zay Flower. He's good, but he's not like a CD Lamb or a Puka Nakua or like a George Pickens type or like a Jamar Chase like type receiver. He's like I feel like a good 1B, but he's not like a 1A type of guy. Like I feel like if Lamar had that, he could really, hone in on his passing and focus on that more instead of trying to scramble and make plays on his feet.
Here's the
So
thing, man. I'm gonna call this a hot take. I think
you
if
feel
you
like he
found the
needs to
right
go?
coach, the Ravens could, like, assuming Lamar isn't just cooked.
Yeah.
Assuming Lamar's still Lamar, I think with a different coach, if you had like a really good coach, I think this team could really take off. Like if you were able to find that next Sean McVay, woo,
But they were
Kyle
I mean,
Shanahan.
they've been making the playoffs the last couple years. It's not like they're missing the playoffs or like barely getting into the play.
Well,
They're like,
something needs to change with this team. You're not even playing Lamar correctly, in my opinion. He should be a Michael Vick. I've said that before. Why are you not playing him like the Falcons played and the Eagles played Michael Vick? Drop back, scan the field, and if everyone's covered, they're not covering you.
yeah, I don't know, man. I say give him one more year. I just feel like, I mean, this was just a bad year. Lamar wasn't that healthy. I mean, we see what Lamar does when he's healthy. And if next year Lamar stays banged up, I mean, hopefully that's not the case. But then can you really blame John Harbaugh for their quarterback not being available? I mean, he can only do so much with the backup quarterback, whoever they have next year as the backup quarterback, whether they stick with this Huntley guy or not, because he plays kind of similar to Lamar a little bit. I just can't say he deserves to get fired after this. I don't know. That's just me. But if it's a hot take, then I'm gonna stand on it. I just feel like he's done enough to earn himself another year, I guess.
Maybe they can hire Smoke and Jay at coach. I pulled up the Smoke and Jay meme.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, look at this guy's face down here. You already know he don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck about nothing.
He sure don't. I mean, he could teach Lamar to be nonchalant, not
lighting
give
up
a fuck
Siggy on the sideline. Shit. That's my boy. That would, if I played in the NFL, that would be me. Like, I'm tense. I need to smoke. They'd be like, "Sir, this is a dome, and I don't care. I'll hotbox this place." Y'all are gonna have to suffer with me. I'm stressed. All right. Oh, yeah, I'll call that a hot take. All right, I got the Chiefs should go out and get Jameis Winston to fill out for Mahomes. They should get Jameis Winston to start the season next year if Mahomes ain't ready.
That's a kind of a hot take because I feel I mean,
who are they going to go out and get if the Colts get Mac Jones?
They could get Russell Wilson. Let Russ cook. Damn it.
That's silly.
That's cute. We call it the last meal. So the last dance, like Michael Jordan, it would be the last meal that Russ cooked. Yeah. One last meal.
What about the last W?
No, I don't have a ring to it. I'm sorry.
The last dub?
The last W sounds like you're not going to win nothing but one game with him. And that's the last one. No, that's like a negative sound to it. I don't like that sound of that one. It doesn't sound very positive. And
you're right, because it isn't the last dub. Because Jameis is going to go there and be so damn good. They'll be like, "Damn, should we bench Mahomes?"
Oh, that's not happening. you know that, and I know that. Nah, that is a hot take because I feel like Winston might be done after this year, and he did a good job when he took that week during that bye week when he came in at Fox, and he's a natural at TV, bro. Like, he's a very charismatic person. I think after this year, he's gonna hop in the booth or do game analysis, whatever. Maybe with Fox. He did a good job with Fox.
All right, the way I see it playing out is Jameis is gonna be so good on the Chiefs. They're gonna be like, "Damn, this is our quarterback of the future." And then they're gonna have to trade Mahomes to the Rams, and then we're gonna go from Stafford to Mahomes.
What's in that Mickey Mouse cup, man? Because
that's how it's gonna go for us. And we're gonna be like, the Rams are gonna be like, "Hey, we got 2 ones."
The Lulu coming out of you right now, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. The fact that you think that Jameis would do well with the Chiefs with no weapons, because unless they get some weapons, they have no line.
I think Jameis is gonna be on that Josh Allen type of time.
He wasn't on it before. He ain't gonna be on it now, man. Because
all right. That's a hot take. You knew I had to throw a Jameis one in there. All right, go ahead.
All right, let me see.
Had to try it.
So I kind of get one of mine. I'll skip because I kind of went over it when we talked about the Pats one, which was I wasn't impressed. But this was kind of a hot take. So Steelers might be a problem in the playoffs. If the scriptwriters want the Rodgers to get that second ring, they might be a problem in the playoffs. What you think? You like that one?
I mean, I can't say it's totally hot. I can't say it's totally cold. We'll call it a warm take, because I don't totally disagree. Because I have hot takes along these lines as well. I have some hot takes along these lines, but how well do you think they're going to do?
whatever problem is, that's how. I don't know.
What's their ceiling?
I could say championship game.
Damn.
I could see
Okay,
them
that
winning
might be
division.
hot. But I think they can win a play. I think that drought could be over. Their playoff winning
bro.
drought could be over.
I mean,
Remember like a few weeks ago when they were like, the Steelers are trash, dude. They need to fire Tomlin. Man,
yeah,
how quickly things change in this league.
two wins in a row against. Yeah, the Dolphins is one, and
They're winning this division.
The
It's
Lions
crazy.
was, I guess, a reputable win because I expected them to get the break speed off of them, but they won somehow. And
Tomlin, for whatever reason, sometimes he just
Rodgers
finds a
looked
way to
pretty-
survive.
Yeah, Rodgers looked pretty good this last game, man. He looked a little bit more snappy on his passes, more accurate. He just looked more like the old Rodgers this last game against the Lions. He didn't look like old man Rodgers. He looked like the old Rodgers to me a little bit, little flashes of it. If he could just do that in the playoffs, show flashes of the old Rodgers, I think they'll be all right. But you know, the highest paid defense got to step up too. So they got to show up in the playoffs. I know TJ Watt has a punctured lung. I don't know how long he'll be out for.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But, yeah.
Collapsed lung or something like that.
Yeah. Just pick it back up. I don't know, but yeah, they need him out there if they're gonna do something in the playoffs. But if the script is right, because this is Rodgers, I think this is for sure Rodgers' last season. There's no way in hell he'll come back next year and do something. So I think this is his last season, and I think the NFL kind of want. Well, does the NFL even like Rodgers? Because I feel like they kind of don't because of all his like.
I don't think they do.
Yeah,
I don't know. The script writers putting him in the Super Bowl is a reach. That's a hot take.
Yeah, the Jimmy Kimmel stuff, and yeah, a lot of the media hates him. I don't know, but maybe they're like, you know what, Rodgers, if you fuck off for the rest of your life,
we'll let you have this.
We'll let you have this one. Just fuck off.
Right off into the sunset, please.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they're making it to the championship game though. That would be a hot take.
Okay.
Because I have a hot take about who's going to be in the AFC Championship game. But before we get to that, I want to say both the number 1 seeds will be first round exits.
That's your hot take?
Yes.
So we got the Seahawks and
whoever the 1 seeds will be.
Oh, whoever finishes it? Okay.
I think the 1 seeds this year is. I think the 1 seed this year is going to be a curse. That's what I'm saying.
So you're saying
I don't know if I truly believe it fully myself.
So
however,
there's a chance for Josh Allen to do something. Okay. All right. I like that. So
the conferences are just so tight and competitive that I don't know that the 1 seed is a guarantee of anything.
So though you're saying, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, if that's the right word, that let's just say the Rams. No, not the Rams. Scratch that. Let's just say the Seahawks finish with the 1 seed, and let's say the Broncos finish with the 1 seed. I could see them losing the first game of the playoffs.
The 1 seed this year might be a curse.
Yeah, I could see Josh Allen upsetting the Broncos, and I could see the Rams or who would they play? Who would be in the 7th seed for the?
Well, they're not necessarily going to play the 7th seed. It's whoever the lowest available seed is. So it could be the Rams playing the Seahawks. It could be.
Oh, let's just say the Rams and Seahawks.
It could be the Bills playing the Broncos.
Just because I hate to see you so down right now after that, and I want to see you get your revenge because I'm a good person like that. So let's just say, yeah, I can see the Rams beating the Seahawks and the Bills beating the Broncos. I can see that.
Whoever wins it. What if the 49ers win it though?
The number 1 seed?
Yeah. Do you think they're one and done? Do you think that's a possibility? Or do you think they're guaranteed that? Or are they locked for the championship?
I think the 49ers, they're playing so damn good right now at the right time that I think they're locked for the championship, bro. It's kind of hard to bet against them. I mean, Purdy's balling now. C-Mac is healthy, and if he's healthy, he's going to ball out. George Kittle did go out yesterday. Who knows how long he'll be out, if he's going to miss any time at all.
I don't think he will.
Yeah, if anything, just sit him out for like.
He was over there. He was on his feet. He was doing stretches. He'll be fine.
Walking around yesterday. I did see that. So maybe he just needs a couple of days off.
Yeah, but he's probably sore, sprained something. He'll be fine. Whatever it is, it's not that serious. But yeah, I'm gonna say
that's a hot take.
I'm not sure if the 49ers even want to win the 1 seed. I think this year could be the 1 seed curse year.
Yeah, I would say That's a mild take. Because I could kind of see the same thing too. So I would say it's a mild take.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
All right. All right. I know I mentioned this before, but not a fan of Saturday games. Not playoffs is cool, I guess, because there's it's basically whatever we get for the rest of the year. But you know,
Well, the playoff, the reason is that every team gets its own
has to play.
spotlight.
Yeah, yeah, because every game is prime time pretty much. But regular season, man, like I said, I completely forgot about Saturday until like I saw that the Commanders and Eagles were playing. I'm like, oh shit, there's a game today. I was out here doing yard work. I was like planning on because I plan on my time around the game. So I was like, I'm gonna do yard work, make me a pizza, relax, maybe watch a movie. I don't know, maybe play some video games. But then I see the notifications on my phone talking about kickoff in 5 minutes, Eagles Commanders. I'm like, what the fuck? Then I asked Siri to NFL schedule, and it says she said Packers and Bears played 6:20 p.m. I'm like, oh my god, there's a whole
You got
game.
football all day, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, well, scratch my plans for tonight. I'm gonna be watching the Packers and Bears play. I didn't really pay too much attention to the Commanders and Eagles too much because I figured that it was gonna be a lopsided game for the Commanders are gonna get overwhelmed. But the Eagles and the Packers and Bears, I knew that was pretty much for the division, so I knew that was gonna be
It was a big one,
game. Yeah. But man, still
too much football to watch. You don't like it?
Too much football. I love football, man. Don't get me wrong, but damn, man, I do. I only got 2 days.
Personal time.
I need some video game time. I only got 2 days off, man. I gotta get Saturdays. Usually my gaming days, like when I get the most gaming in, and on Saturday.
Well, no one watches all the games. It's impossible.
Yeah,
so if you skip a game, it's not the end of the world. You could catch the recap and the highlights, and you could watch. You could read about the story of the game.
Well, like during the Eagles Commanders game, I was doing the yard work. So I'm like, well, I'll do the yard work now.
Well, no one cares about that anyway.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't really care too much about it because it's not going to be a close game anyways. But I was like, I gotta make sure that I'm ready once the Packers game starts and the Bears game. That I'm ready. I'm seated. And I'm paying attention, taking my notes. But yeah, man.
Even if you were playing a game though while it was on, you can listen to it when a big play happens. You'll catch the replay.
Break my neck. No, man. I got like ADHD or something. I gotta really focus, laser focus, like Brady, laser focus, man. But yeah.
See, I'll have my game on my phone. I'll be doing other stuff.
No, I can't. A tiny ass screen. I can't do that. I don't know what kind of phone you have, but I have the iPhone 17. My camera is my phone, but this is actually last week, thank God, and I hopefully got a webcam from Santa Claus. But yeah,
the phone's working out good though. The picture's not bad.
Yeah,
phones have good cameras.
They do. I mean, Jesus Christ, though, the price for these phones, they should have a fucking great camera.
Yeah.
I use my tablet, my handy dandy tablet, to watch the games. I will watch the game here, watch the game on the TV. If need be, I actually don't want to self snitch, but if need be, I'll have NFL Sunday ticket, let's just say.
Yeah.
I have four tabs open on my TV on my computer, playing 4 different games. If they're all like important games at the same time, but that could be really hard to watch. I'm not.
Yeah, it's hard for me to even keep track of 2, to be honest.
I'm like, okay, what happened here? What happened here? What happened here? And like all the sound is coming through.
Yeah, like you can't really feel the flow of the game when you're doing that. You're just watching. So it feels like you're almost watching plays in a vacuum.
Yeah,
you can really only like lock in on one game at a time. So.
Like I don't know how these NFL, like the people that go on TV, like real TV, how they like. I'm sure they have like big ass TVs, and like I know Shannon Sharp says he don't watch TV with the sound, or he's just sitting there in awkward silence.
I feel like they have like with Sunday Ticket, you could rewatch the games. I feel like maybe they do that. I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, because they come right off the
games. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, dude.
But they're all, I don't know. Maybe I know some of them have access to like the game study, like the game room, or is it what they call it, study film?
Yeah,
it's like a different perspective, not the broadcast version of the game. But still, like I don't know. But they're also professional athletes.
I wish we had access to that. I would love to watch the Madden cam or the film cam.
The film cam, that'd be a pretty cool experience.
I wish they would just change to Madden cam. God, I hate the side. Maybe that should have been one of my hot takes. Dang.
Too late.
You Maybe I'll run that in the future
That's
and get your opinion
my
on
take,
it.
man. Saturday games on regular season. It's a little too much. 2 games, especially because we have Christmas coming up. That's Thursday. So
I'll
go
call
ahead.
this a hot take. I love football, and the more games you get an opportunity to watch, the better. If you miss it, you miss it. That's fine. We don't get to watch them all on Sunday anyway. So, I don't know. I'll call it a hot take just because I like more games available to me, the better.
Okay.
That's the way I see it. All right, feeding off of my last hot take, where the one about neither conference getting the 1 seed in the Super Bowl. I'm going to say the AFC Championship game is going to be Houston versus Jacksonville.
That's a
I
hot
know
take.
you love the Bills, but
Yeah, that's a hot take because who's beating Josh Allen? I want to hear that. Who is
either
taking out
Houston or
Superman?
Jacksonville.
You think both? And you think both of those teams have a chance to beat
Yeah.
Superman?
I think both, yeah. Superman. If Superman, he's going to have to go 4 games straight. That's hard, dude. He didn't do Superman versus Cleveland.
But he won, though.
And he's had stretches of mid-games, dude, this season.
Man,
As Nick Wright said, he's the only quarterback in the league where he can go Superman mode 2 straight weeks and be like, oh, my God, is he MVP? After having like a month of mid.
If it's not Mahomes, it's Josh Allen. You always hate on someone, man. It's like, Jesus. That's a hot take because I don't think I could see one of the 2 teams going to the championship game, but not both. Not them facing each other. That's crazy. Has there been a team that? Yeah, because I think the 49ers played the Rams when the real Rams.
Oh, yeah, a divisional conference
Yeah.
game? Yeah, tons of times, yeah.
No, I don't see it happening though, man. I see one of these teams losing the divisional. I see one of them winning the wild card. I can see both of them winning the wild cards if they end up playing wild. Well, they would because only one team gets the bye week. And I don't think that either of them.
Neither of them are getting it.
Yeah, so I can see them both winning their wild card games and then losing the divisional. And one of them is going to play Josh Allen, and he's going to be Superman that day, and he's going to put belt to ass.
I don't know if Josh Allen could Superman against if he runs into the Texans. I don't know about that. And if the Jags get the Steelers and the Patriots, they can beat those teams. And Houston gets the Bills and the Broncos, or however it works out.
The Jaguars are a warm climate team. I feel like if they play either the Steelers or the Patriots, I don't know how they're going to do in the cold weather.
I think.
You think they'll be all right?
I think they can beat those teams, even going away. They went to Denver and beat the best defense in the league. Well, second best.
How cold was it that day? Because I know the Dolphins. Once they go below 40,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't totally buy into the cold weather fallacy. Yeah, I don't totally buy into the cold weather fallacy.
So when you're cold, you can still function the same exact way.
Well, why is it that a cold weather team can?
Because they're used to it.
Nah, see, I don't believe in that. I think a human being is cold when he's cold.
So if you come down to Arizona when it's 110 degrees, you're gonna be all right.
No, but I don't think you are either.
I'm used to it. I'm like, for me, it's another day in the summer.
So you go outside in 110 degree weather and you're just like, yeah, it's cool.
Well, with me, I used to go soccer practice. Soccer practice would be like 115 degrees in the summer. I'll be running my 10-minute sprints. I do,
First of all, I usually handle warm weather way better than I handle cold weather. But because I have very low body fat, so cold weather is very hard for me to tolerate. Truthfully, I'm not great at handling extremes, but I can handle hot better than cold. So I'd much rather be 110 than 40 under.
Yeah,
that's just brutal.
Man. Well, I can't really speak on cold weather being in Arizona because, the coldest we'll get is like 40 to 50 degrees at most. On average, it's like 50 degrees cold weather for us. So I can't say. I mean, I've been in cold weather where it's like 20 degrees and I can still kind of function.
20 degrees ain't shit. Like when you start getting to the under zeros, that's when it's like you go outside. Like in hot weather, you can still move around. You could still function. It beats on you. It drains the life out of you, energy real quickly. but you can go out there and function. When it's super cold, like you're into like that -10, -20 range, it's like, oh my god, I can't fucking move. I'm shivering just to stay. You know, like
I'm not gonna lie.
tense up, your neck starts to hurt.
I want to experience that one time, just to see, because I feel like, man, I mean, people are just being dramatic. They're being dramatic. Like same way people are. Well, I guess I can't complain because when it is hot, I'm like, damn, it's fucking hot. As soon as I step out of my house, I'm already dripping in sweat. But I do want to experience that one time just to see if it'll make me more grateful for the hot ass summers we have here. And then like, you know what? It could be worse. I could be in -20-degree weather where I can't even fucking blink my eye or fucking move a muscle because it's so damn cold. But I just want to experience one time. And I know I have to go out probably somewhere in the East Coast to experience the cold weather. But I
got icicles forming out of your nose.
Yeah, I gotta
like it's just
disabling.
I
gotta put my tongue on the pole like in Dumb and Dumber and see if my tongue sticks.
Hey, I recommend against that.
See, that was just a reaction, over dramatic reaction of the cold weather. Or
I've never gotten my tongue stuck to any pole, but then again, I don't lick poles either. So
I just gotta make sure. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see both teams make it to the championship. I can see one, but I don't see. I still think it's going to be like Denver and Buffalo in the championship game.
All right.
We'll find out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we will.
In a month.
We will. You if you have another one.
Yeah, I have one last one because this is for my parlay folks, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a fan of Dak being benched short 200. He was short 6 yards of hitting that 250 for the over.
Oh,
a lot of parlay. Man, this is why I don't sport bet because I swear to God, they must keep an eye on the books because the favorite was Dak going over 250 yards. Odds, and he got benched at 244. Because I was like, why did they bench Dak? Is he hurt? No, he wasn't hurt. He just was near 250 yards and he got benched. And
do you think? Was the score? What was the score?
It was not enough to just bench Dak for.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that much of a blowout.
It wasn't that much of a blowout for them. They just kind of because they had CD Lamb still out there. They still had Dak was the only one that got benched.
And they're not in playoff contention. Why wouldn't you play?
Yeah, it's not okay. I get it. But still, if that was the case, you would have not started Dak from the get-go.
34-17. I mean,
yeah, it was not a blowout. It was a 2-score game or 2.5. I guess 2.5 because they needed a field goal and 2 touchdowns. But still achievable. Not enough to just fucking bench Dak and fuck everyone's parlays up.
When did they bench him?
Like I want to say early fourth quarter. I think
early.
I think I can't recall, but I just saw him on the bench and I'm like, where's Dak? I'm watching the game, and I'm like, why is Milton out here? Is Dak hurt? I'm looking on Twitter to see if Dak's hurt. No Dak injuries.
Yeah, that's a little bit almost of a valid conspiracy theory. That's crazy.
They don't want to pay up, man. This is why I don't sport gamble no more, man. It's just all rigged, like players.
The line was 1.5 in the Seahawks game. They favored the Seahawks. It was plus one or -1.5 favoring the Seahawks. And the spread was 1.
Yeah.
That is crazy, dude.
Exactly.
How do you 1 point you think like how often do games end with a 1-point difference? Like that's basically a coin flip game. It ended favoring the Rams. So if you pick the Rams to win, you got your money. That is crazy, dude.
Who was it? The Raiders? Couple weeks they took a field goal when there was a blowout game as the time expired so they could cover the spread.
And what I heard about the Seahawks too, like people that have been betting Seahawks have been winning a lot of money, and I think Vegas was tired of it, so they made it a -1.5 Seahawks.
Yeah,
and it's the Rams managed to cover the spread. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, so stuff like that. It just kind of makes you wonder, like, dude, like, sports gambling is almost. I wouldn't say completely, but it's ruining kind of sports for me. Like, man, is it are they trying to like cover? Is Vegas trying to cover some money loss? Are they trying to make sure?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. You know who I also blame for the Rams loss? What's his name? Brandon Perna.
Mm.
You ever heard of him? That's Good Sports, the YouTuber and the curse wheel.
Yeah, he's the guy with yeah, that's Good Sports. Yep. I watched his.
The Rams
I
were
watched his
cursed.
videos.
The Rams were cursed on the curse wheel. The curse wheel has been real. The curse is real.
Yeah.
And the Rams got cursed.
That's Good Sport. Yeah, he's an entertaining content creator for football. He's a
he's a pretty good one. He's a Broncos guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Rams were cursed, and
Damn.
that was all she wrote.
That was my last. So you think that's a hot take?
No, I actually, it's a good take, I think. So I have to say technically cold, because that is weird. That is, what do you say, 5 yards?
Like 6 yards under.
6 yards? Oh, my God, dude.
Going over 250?
Yeah, that's crazy. I would be so pissed. I would be fucking pissed. If I
time that happens to me.
Yeah.
That was my last one, too, so.
All right. Well, I got a couple left, but this first one is we can cruise on by. Lamar has peaked and is now on the decline. Kind of covered that earlier. I didn't expect to cover that.
I could do a quick little, I guess, reaction. I mean, I hope you're not right, but man, we all kind of spoke about it. I mean, it's been spoken about. Like his play style is not for long, and that's why you got to eventually become a real pocket passer and just. Because it kind of extends your career, and if you're playing the way he's playing, where you're in the open field getting hit as a running back, basically you become a running back. Once you break off into the open field, you're not protected by the quarterback quote unquote rules that they have to protect them. So you're basically an open target, and defenders get a chance to get a big hit on you to get you out of the game. They're definitely gonna do that because it makes the game easier for them once they play a backup. So. That's a hot take, man, because I'm trying to be optimistic for Lamar, and I hope he comes back next year better than ever and finally gets that Super Bowl that he promised Ravens fans when he got drafted, because he's always been kind of like an underdog since he got drafted because no one thought he was capable of even being a quarterback. So the fact that he has 2 MVPs and he just needs to just get over that hump, man. Just if he can at least get one, I'll be happy. I'm sure he'll be happy. Yeah, I'll be happy for him too. That's a hot take.
Okay, and then the last one is if the Rams don't win the Super Bowl this year, the hangover will carry over to 2026. That's how bad the Seattle loss was, that they will not that they necessarily will miss the playoffs, but they won't be a serious threat next year either. They have to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's not a super hot take. I mean, because Stafford, who knows, he has his injuries too. He missed all of training camp because of his back. So for all we know, that because you see it happen. Now, I thought Manning was an anomaly, but you kind of Brady, his last year, he just fell off completely. Like, yeah, he had that divorce situation, but damn.
I didn't say this would be the end for Stafford. That's kind of the direction you're going with it, but I'm just saying they won't have the kind of year they hope.
Yeah, but that could happen.
It could happen. It could.
He could fall off that cliff. I mean, we see Rodgers the last 2 years, he's basically just fallen off. He's not the same guy he used to be. That could happen to Stafford, like with his injuries. Maybe it'll.
If he has like a degenerative back issue, like a disc that just
doesn't stay. Yeah, stay right.
Yeah.
Coming into next season, he might not look the same that he does this year. I mean, look at Manning's last year before his last actual year. He looked pretty. He had like over 30 touchdowns.
Good.
Yeah. And then this following year, bro, like it almost looked like he lost all his fucking talent and he just fell off. So. Same thing with Brady. Like Brady struggled tremendously his last year, and he wasn't even injured. He just, I don't know. The divorce really fucked him up. But Stafford has injury history, so I wouldn't be like, I hope that doesn't happen for your sake, because then that means you're going to be in hell for all of next year. Yeah.
I'm fully prepared for anything if that, because this Seattle loss was just a disaster.
It could. So that's it's a mild take. 'Cause I don't think they'll be like you said, they won't be terrible. But if Stafford just happens to, like, those injuries catch up to him and his body just kind of like takes a deep dive, and maybe his mind's still sharp, but his body just can't keep up with the mind, which happens a lot as you get older. I could see them, maybe missing the playoffs, but we'll see. We'll see how they finish the year and how they finish in the playoffs.
Yeah, it may depend. All right, well, that's all we got. That is all we got for hot takes, and that's all we got for the pod. I I do want to. Oh, you know what? I was gonna say, just for a quick off topic. Has there ever been like a Christmas gift that sticks out in your mind as like the best Christmas gift you like on Christmas morning you were most excited about?
Oh man, it's hard to narrow it down, but I could give you like, probably like two off the top of my head. It was the Christmas of '03. I want to say '03. I got a Game Boy Advance SP.
Oh yeah.
And man, I played that thing so much. Because I wanted to play that. Like I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, so I wanted to play the Legacy of Goku.
Oh, okay.
It was a Game Boy Advance game, so I was like, I gotta get it SP. And man, I played that thing to death. And I haven't also
that was the flip top.
Yep.
Yeah, I had one of those.
Back then, I was like, well, I was gonna get a Game Boy. Yeah, I was gonna get a Game Boy because I had a friend that had a Game Boy Color. He's like, well, you don't need an SP because my Game Boy Color, you just attach this little worm light and it'll light it up for you. I'm like,
a Game Boy Color? That's old gen tech. Fuck
yeah,
that.
I was like, okay, well,
You mean the regular Game Boy Advance?
No, I think it was a Game Boy Color. He's like, you can still play all the cool, there's a lot of cool games. I was like,
well, you want the new gen.
Yeah,
you need a Game Boy Advanced at least. SP preferably.
Yeah. So I was like, nah. I was like, well, I told him, I was like, well, Mom, if you could give me the SP, she's like, yeah, I could probably, save up and get it for you. And she got me that. She got me the Legacy of Goku.
That worm light was trash, dude. No, you want that edge
lit. Yeah, because before the SP, I had a Game Boy, like the original fat Game Boy, and I had Contra on there, and I had like some Mario game on there. Yeah, that thing was heavy. You could probably knock someone on the side of the head and knock them out with that thing. But nah, the SP, bro, like the backlit light was such a game changer. Because like the Game Boy, you had to like literally like be under the fucking lamp,
tilt it into the light, and like not have glare. That was horrible, dude. Yeah, I got the SP too because I remember seeing the Game Gear back in the day, thinking like, why doesn't Nintendo do this?
Yeah,
like this is so much. I know it requires 18 batteries, but this is so much better.
Oh, and the fact that you didn't even need batteries for the SP, that was a game changer too, man. You just plug it in, charge it, and then uncharge it. Oh man, I used to play that so much.
Yeah. I forgot about the rechargeable.
Yeah,
it did have a rechargeable.
Yep, because it came with the charger. So the game I played the most, besides the Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku games 1 and 2, it was probably like Wario Land 4. That game was amazing. I love that game, Wario Land 4.
I was never a handheld kid, man. I had the SP and I had a Game Boy. Not the original Game Boy. I got the Game Boy Pocket. I don't know if you remember that. It was basically the original Game Boy, but slimmed down to the Game Boy Color size.
See, I was always confused. Was the Game Boy Color like a whole different system?
It had unique games for it.
Okay.
But it wasn't like a generational advancement, but it had special games for it that took special advantage of its color capabilities that the original Game Boy could not play, I believe.
And then I guess the second runner-up would be '06 Christmas when I got my original Xbox. I know the 360 was already out, but I had to play the original Xbox.
Yeah, I got an original Xbox too, and that was a great Christmas. But I'm going to say my number one is the Dreamcast launch.
The Dreamcast launch.
Yeah, getting the Xbox unwrapping, that was huge. The GameCube was huge. But for me, I'm going to say Dreamcast was the most exciting Christmas day because Sonic Adventure. They had a great launch library. I had a football game and something else. Yeah, it might have been Soul Calibur, Dead or Alive, Power Stone, something like that. Yeah, other games. God, that was a great launch and a great Christmas.
You got it launched. Well, it was only out for like 2 years because they launched in 99 in the US.
Yeah. And my mom got it, and it wasn't too expensive compared to many other consoles. So, like the Saturn launched at $400. The PlayStation launched at $300. I want to say the Saturn might have been, or the Dreamcast may have been $200.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not bad. It seemed reasonable, and my mom picked it up, got Sonic Adventure and whatever else, and it was like, yo, like
you put online on it.
No, I didn't. I was not online with the Dreamcast. It wasn't until the Xbox that I put a console online. Back then, it would have been PC or nothing. Yeah. So.
I always wondering how to play it online with a fucking phone.
It was on dial-up. You could get a broadband adapter, but
see how laggy that would have been. I wonder how laggy.
I've played on dial-up. I mean, it's bad.
Bad.
Yeah, I've tried to play Halo online. If you played with over 4 you and 3 others. It was unplayable. It would just like skip around the screen. Your ping would skyrocket to 999.
On the original Xbox?
Yeah, no, this is on PC. The original Halo on PC, Halo 1 on PC
I
on
would say
dial-up.
because I would say the original Xbox. I remember because I used to like always fantasize about getting online before I actually had internet, and I would always read the manual because every manual on the original Xbox games like told you how to connect online, and they always said broadband internet. So I was like, I assume you couldn't use no dial-up on the original Xbox because they only had a
broadband only.
modem. Yeah.
Yeah, but I played on dial-up before, and there were some games you could play. Like, if you played, like, an RTS or an MMO, dial-up was totally playable. For whatever reason, an MMO, you have thousands of players, but dial-up could handle it.
Yeah.
But once you needed the bandwidth for, like, a fast-paced shooter where, like, timing is very critical, latency is very critical, yeah, dial-up can't handle that. Although Quake, like, a little bit more simple of a game, like more binary ones and zeros with Quake, so that wasn't too bad on dial-up, but the player counts were usually as high as like games like Halo, so I don't know. Some games work, some
PC gamers, what did they use? Well, yeah, what did people in the 90s use? Was it in dial-up? Yeah, so because you had Quake in the 90s and
StarCraft and Warcraft, yeah. EverQuest.
Damn, you old, man.
Yeah.
Had a launch Dreamcast. I was like, launched in 99. I was like 6 years old. I still had my.
It's crazy how a few years makes such a difference, though, back then. Yeah, when it comes to like your experience with gaming. Because my first console was a Genesis, but I got it when I was 3.
Yeah, I had a Nintendo Entertainment NES. I had an NES, but I was like a newborn pretty much. It was basically an excuse for my dad to play it. But it had my name on it, so it was like, "Oh, it has your name on it." I'm like, that don't mean shit. I was like 2 years old when you got it. But I had a 64. I want to say that was probably like my first actual console, 64. And then I got a PS1, then I got the PS2, and I had the PS2 up until like 06.
But you had an Xbox as well?
I got the Xbox in 06 when they were like, they didn't even sell them new no more. It's like because they were phased out to the 360. But I just wanted to play KOTOR. I was a huge.
It wasn't back compat?
I definitely couldn't. I definitely wasn't going to convince my mom to spend $400. It's a lot easier to convince her to be, hey, mom, this Xbox is only $100 and KOTOR is only $10.
And KOTOR, it was the GOAT, right?
Yeah. Oh, bro, I played
love that game.
Winter break of 8th grade. I literally was up to like 4 a.m. every night playing that game.
Oh my god! And KOTOR 2, I still love that game too.
Yeah, it was literally the only reason I got the Xbox. It was just to play KOTOR because I was such a huge Star Wars fan, and like the fact that you can make your own Jedi and make your own. I was like, I
didn't know you were a Star Wars fan, so am I.
Yeah, not as much recently as I got older, but like the original, like Phantom Menace. I know a lot of people hate on it, but I watched that movie back.
I used to watch that movie a bunch of as a kid too, growing up.
I played the Phantom Menace on PS4.
People love the prequels now. Your generation, like. Especially like a lot of people in even my generation. I shouldn't say your generation. We're only a few years apart, but a lot of people like the prequels now.
Yeah, I think because of how bad the sequel. What are they called?
Well, yeah, but like also like they grew up with it, nostalgia. They love the Jedi battles. Like the prequels really did add like a whole lot of world building and lore.
Yeah,
because they had the whole Jedi temple. You got to see the Sith rise to power. The original trilogy didn't really have as much of like the world building, I think.
Nah, it was and I mean
it was more of the family drama.
The saber duels in the prequels are way better. I mean,
way faster pace for sure.
Yeah, we had Obi-Wan against Darth Maul, first one, and then
Anakin versus, or I guess it would have been Vader by that point versus Obi-Wan, the Mustafar final duel.
That was such a great movie.
Yeah,
and the game was pretty good too. I used to love Star Wars, man, but
yeah, me too, man.
as I got older, and then watching the new one, I watched the new ones. Like I'm not gonna spoil it, but the last one, I was like kind of put like a bad taste in my mouth.
You talking about the movies?
Yeah.
The movies suck. But what have you seen any of the shows?
I watched Obi-Wan. I thought that was like a nostalgia.
Yeah.
Based on what they showed. I haven't seen the other ones though. I saw what's this? The Mandalorian. I finished that one. And what happened?
I'm just having issues. Somebody sent me 100 messages. Probably the wife sending me pictures. And it keeps pinging my notifications and Windows. I thought I turned that off, but apparently not.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen. I haven't seen all the movies. I haven't seen Rogue One. Every time I try to watch it, I just ended up like not watching it. I'm really bad at watching movies. That's not because the movie's bad or anything, but I heard that one's pretty good. Rogue One. I need to watch it
I
one day.
actually don't really care about Rogue One. I think people are overrating it because of that
Think
final
so?
Vader scene. I think people think that final Vader hallway scene is so cool that they think Rogue One is cool, and it's not. I think it's boring. But Andor's good.
I think that's the
Andor
show. That's the
is
show,
what
right?
Andor is what Rogue One should have been.
There was another show too with that one girl that they showed in the Mandalorian, but I heard that one kind of sucked.
Um,
The Acolytes? No,
oh yeah, it might have been Acolyte or yeah. I didn't watch the
Acolytes.
Acolyte one
I
or
heard that
whatever.
one sucked really bad. So yeah, it's just like Star Wars has been like since Disney took over, they've been kind of shitty. So
Yeah, Andor's cool, but the problem with Andor is you could almost put if you were to take the Star Wars coat of paint off of it, like take that script and use it for like World War II, you or Cold War maybe, you totally could. That's the problem. Like it's nothing uniquely Star Wars about it. Like it's basically a struggle of building up the rebellion versus the Empire and whatnot. So, I don't know. You could easily just with some slight tweaks take it out of Star Wars and make it a Cold War or World War II movie. But yeah, I didn't know you were a Star Wars fan, but yeah, KOTOR. I actually kind of feel like I like 2 better. I would put that in top 10 games maybe all time. I love those games. Can't wait for the new one to see what it does. But
the remake for KOTOR? Oh yeah.
No, I'm
that
talking
ever
about
comes
Fate
out.
of the Old Republic.
Oh, that one ever comes out too. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the only thing I didn't like about KOTOR was turn. I didn't know it was turn based. I just saw pictures in the magazines, and I'm like, this game looks cool, but I didn't know it was turn based. It kind of turned me off, but the story was so good that I didn't even like really care.
Yeah. Well,
I was like,
it's real time with pause. It's not totally turn
yeah.
based. It's not
Well,
like Baldur's Gate or
it's not action. It wasn't a button smash. I was
no.
expecting you
Yeah.
to like hit
It's not
X,
like Jedi
hit
Knight.
swing.
No.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Jedi Knight those are good games too.
Yeah, but they don't have the story elements. And man,
No,
you
they
know what?
don't.
Really, you know who they need to get back for the new KOTOR game is I forget his name, but the guy that did the music for the KOTOR games. I love the music in those. It's almost as
music
good
was
as the
good.
John Williams score. Almost
Yeah,
like they set the tone so good for those games. But
I love the Star Wars soundtrack.
yeah,
First one especially, Phantom Menace.
the
When they fight Darth Maul.
yeah, what's that song called? It's
I
Duel of the
don't know.
Fates.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah,
is so heat.
yeah, that is a banger.
Gives you goosebumps. I'm like, damn, they're
Yeah,
about to fuck shit up.
yeah. Da 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 da
And then
da.
he takes his hoodie off. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever play the game for Phantom Menace?
I don't know if I played the game for Phantom Menace or not.
I did. That was my first PS1 game. I played it back
I
to
don't really
back.
remember playing any of the movie games, to be honest. I played
I
like
played
the
Phantom
other
Menace.
ones.
I played Clone Wars. Kind of sucked. At least the Clone Wars I played was like a top down, and it was like I don't know how to categorize it, but it was like a kind of like a wave fighter because
Was there like a
you're
lot of vehicle combat in that one?
Clone Wars. No. From what I remember, it was a top down game, and you were like just kill waves with drones. I haven't played like in 20 years because I played at my friend's house. I was like, it's not like the Phantom Menace. Um, Episode 3 was cool. I liked Episode 3.
I've heard some people like that game.
Yeah, I played that one.
I
And they had
played
like
a lot of the
a
non-movie
PvP.
Star Wars games. Oh, they had PvP?
And yeah, it was like a dueling. Like you'll choose your Jedi fighter and you'll duel against a second player, like 2 player, like PvP.
That's crazy.
It's kind of like fighting, like a fighter, but with just lightsabers. But they had a story mode too. And the combat was cool. You could upgrade your force powers and stuff like that. But it was pretty good. It was better than Clone Wars, that's for sure. I just remember Clone Wars. I didn't really like it because it just felt like I don't know. I didn't feel
Is
like
it
a Star
called
Wars
Clone
game.
Wars or Attack of the Clones, like the movie?
Or Attack of the Clones? Yeah, Attack of
Got
the
it.
Clones. What was the other one that was pretty good?
Jedi
Yeah.
Knight, Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy, Episode 1
Mm,
Racer. They had Star Wars Bounty
Battlefront.
Hunter,
The
Battlefront games,
I played Battlefront a lot. There was
Empire
another
at
one.
War, if you were a PC guy.
I
Um,
actually bought the Empire War on PC. I never played it. I got it on Steam sale. I just
yeah.
haven't played it. Nah. I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember. Was it on PS2?
Jedi
Oh,
Power Battles.
no, I didn't play that one. I wanted to play that one because they look like any game that included like being a Jedi, I just wanted to play
and just
that.
walking around wailing on crap.
Yeah, I thought that
Yeah.
was so cool. That's why I like the Jedi Knight game so much because you could
Yeah.
add the dismemberment code on a PC to dismember the
I
real
didn't even
life,
know
like
that.
yeah, realistic dismemberment. There's a command line you could put in, and it actually puts like realistic dismemberment. And you could chop off like all kinds of limbs. Like
I actually.
yeah, if your saber even touches them, like without even attacking,
Oh,
that just
really? You'll
contact
just
it.
cut them in half? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's added a blood mod on there. Yeah, you're good to go.
I actually beat both those games this year, believe it or not. I went back and played Night Outcast, Jedi Outcast, Night 2 Outcast.
Yeah, I beat
very
that
strange
one.
name and Academy.
Yeah, I beat Academy first because I got that one back on the original Xbox back in the day. But I had played Jedi Knight 2 Outcast on the PC. Like I actually beat it recently too, like 2 years ago, I think. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
It's the Outcast is like a harder game than because
Yeah,
Outcast is one of those like where the fuck do you go kind of games.
actually,
Like you
I don't
really
see.
gotta.
Yeah, I had to look it up because I was stuck on a level. I couldn't. I guess there was a fucking I couldn't see
Yeah,
the
in the
fucking.
ceiling, that's
Yeah,
yes, that's the worst level design part.
I was
That
like,
part is like
bro, I'm
I
running
looked around for like I swear like it had to be 20 minutes, half an hour until I saw that.
Yeah, I didn't see. I had to look it up because I'm like, bro, I got so frustrated. I'm like, dude, like it's killing
I
me.
was about there too. I was getting fed up because I don't really like to look up shit if I don't have to. But like,
Me neither, but
like,
damn, man,
dude, like this is
taking
crazy.
so long.
Yeah,
So I had to look it up,
and
I'm
it like it was through like a doorway where the doorway was low hanging, and naturally it covers the vent. Like
yeah,
your
so
view,
you can't see it.
yeah, it was so bad,
Yeah,
and there was
obviously
no
it's an
other
older
area.
looking game, so it's the graphics kind of like blend in, like
Yeah,
shitty looking. Like I'm like, bro, I was like, God, I'm
and
like,
you had it's one of those vents you had to like shoot open.
yeah, I felt like a fucking idiot. I'm like, God damn it, because then when you look it up and you realize you were right there the whole time, that just frustrates me and it makes me feel like a punk. Like, damn man, I don't got the touch no more, man. I can't even see the damn vents.
Yeah, well that one got me too. That
Yeah.
shit was torture, because like that was really honestly probably the worst designed like.
Yeah, some of the level
Hard.
designs were kind of dated. I was like, I can't. Like, it took me a while, but that one vent, yeah, that had me stuck for like 2 hours, and I just got tired. I'm like, I gotta look it up, bro.
That part pissed me off, dude.
Yeah, I love Star Wars,
Like most of it I figured out, but yeah, like that one stuck me for a while. I was lucky to find it, honestly.
I'm excited for the Pod Racer too. They announced. I used to play that a lot on 64, Star Wars Pod Racer.
Yeah, I have that on Steam, and yeah, man, I used to play that a lot too.
Pod
Fun.
Racer.
Yeah, I kind of want to boot it up, man.
I don't know how
I
I
should
play
do
on
that.
PC. I remember playing that one, and what was the one on Rogue Squadron?
Oh yeah,
I used to play that a lot on 64.
Did you play the sequel on GameCube?
No, I need to get a GameCube controller for my Wii.
Mm.
So I can play it. I have like a bunch of games on it. I just need to get a controller. Goddamn controller, like $80.
Do you have a back compat Wii?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can say that.
I got you.
But it's backwards. I mean, it has the GameCube port, so it's backwards compatible and everything. So I just got to get a controller. But yeah.
Okay.
I can
Are
do
we
that.
are we still talking about the same thing? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, kind of rambled on a little bit. So I guess it's time to wrap things up. Star Wars is cool. I think that's fair to say. But yeah, anyway, Merry Christmas, guys. I hope your Christmas goes as well as you hope it to. I hope mine goes as well as I hope it to.
Hope y'all get your gifts that you asked Santa for, man. Hoping for this webcam, and that's pretty much all I asked for. So hopefully I get that.
For sure. I'm gonna have to. I have to get a new microwave, man.
Microwave.
Yeah. Discussing the possibility of that.
For
But my
Christmas
wife's
gift?
like, for my wife for Christmas, but she's like, no, I'll get it. I'm like, okay. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, heat up those French fries, man.
I don't know. I guess one day it dawned on her that like I'm the one that broke the door on the microwave. Like not me, but her. And from her perspective, like she's saying I'm the one that broke it because I kind of pulled down when I open it because like the hinge on the top is starting to come loose.
Yeah.
And the microwave still works for now, but when that door breaks off, it may not.
It'll still work. We had a ghetto microwave where we had to use a clothes hanger to kind of
Jesus.
pry the door open, because they didn't have the handle no more. So you just had to like put the hanger in, hit the latch, open the door. It still got the job done a little ghetto microwave, but get you a new one, man.
Yeah, well, we will. Just a matter of time. But
get you a toaster oven. You don't have a toaster oven? I don't really use a microwave.
I never use it. We have an air fryer. We have a microwave. That's what we got. Well, we have a bunch of gadgets.
They have
but
a combo.
honestly,
I was gonna say they have the toaster oven, air fryer combo. That's what I have now. I upgrade. I used to have just the air fryer, but man, yeah, that's the game changer. I try not to use the microwave if I don't have to, because just using the oven or air fryer to heat up the food.
Well, the microwave. The reason I use it so much is because like I'll pour a big cup of coffee and I'll sip on it. Like it sometimes take me a couple hours to finish. If I sip on it slowly, and I'll reheat throughout the day. If it's I like it piping hot, So,
gotcha.
But yeah, anyway, we're just kind of talking nonsense now. But Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next week. Hopefully it's a good one. Take care of yourselves. Merry Christmas.
Peace.